Yo, yo, yo. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Andrewcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your attention. Before we get into the content of today's episode, I definitely want to get into our sponsor that I've been so graciously gifted, Roast House Coffee, located in South Texas. Now, you may be saying, Andrew, I'm not a coffee person. You know, I like tea. I like drinking tea and honey and throw a little bit of milk in there. You know, I'm trying to live my life. Look, I understand you're trying to live your life, okay? I understand you may not be a coffee person. I wasn't either until I got me some Roast House coffee. Now, Roast House was gracious enough to send me Liquid Thunder. Liquid Thunder is a fan favorite in-house blend made by the Roast Coffee House. It combines the bold, smooth taste of dark roasted Colombian coffee beans with a subtle hint of chocolate to top it off. You can't beat it, bro. Let me tell you a little bit more about Roast House. The Roast House is not your ordinary coffee shop. They roast freshly imported coffee beans from all around the world, in-house daily. Located in Brownsville, home of the brave, putting work in the street like a slave, Texas. Our mission is to bring the taste of the world into South Texas, one bean at a time. From popular flavors to in-house blends, we serve all natural, preservative-free coffee, espressos, teas, and other beverages. Homie, come on into our shop and enjoy a fresh cup of joe, or take some bean grounds home for your loved ones. So come get a fresh cup of joe, or come take some beans to go. You heard it here first. Take some grounds home for your loved ones to enjoy. And for those not living in South Texas, don't fret. Don't even worry about it. We will be launching an online store soon for coffee lovers across the world. You too will be able to taste coffee done right. Listen, folks, if you want some coffee, you want some high-grade stuff, you don't want to mess around with the Starbucks, right? You don't want to mess around with the Dunkin' Donuts. You don't want to mess around with the Wawa. You don't want to mess around with the McDonald's coffee, all right? You want to go straight to the house, the Roast House. Baby, Roast House Coffee. Look it up online. Look it up on Instagram. It's the newest. It's the latest. Thank you so much for sponsoring my podcast. Everyone enjoy today's episode. Love you. Welcome back. Andrewcast, episode 34. I'm joined right now with me at the table, Sheldon Fogel, the legend, all-knowing, soccer extraordinaire, music extraordinaire, and then, of course, Jeremy Joseph, creator of Joseph Media House, came straight from his sister's wedding dinner rehearsal to be here. Didn't change, just hopped straight in the car.
Man's rocking 2 hours of sleep.
He couldn't miss it.
Dude, I'm so wired. Like, the last 24 hours was crazy because I literally flew in. Like, let me tell you this. It was Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday night. So we're going back Tuesday night. I drove about an hour to do a photo shoot, and then I came back, had 4 hours of sleep. This is Wednesday morning now, so I'm running on 4 hours of sleep that day, Wednesday. And then went to work. Jumped on a plane right after, flew into Philly about 1 a.m. today, and got another 4 hours of sleep and woke up early because it's just my work cycle.
But you slept on the plane at least, right?
No, I did not. I was watching Naruto, bro.
My man.
I had downloaded some offline episodes, their first 2 seasons on Netflix.
Is this your first time running through them?
I did it again because
English dub?
English dub this time, yeah.
Wow.
Because I haven't caught up with Boruto yet, but I just want to go back through because Nine Anime released all the English dubs for the last like 100 episodes for Shippuden.
Nice.
So I'm just like, all right, let me just go through it again. So I did that. Dude, I'm so wired right now.
Yeah,
my sister's like stressed with the wedding rehearsal and everything, but she's getting, as we're speaking, she's right now in the rehearsal dinner, but she's getting married tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Intense,
That's
dude.
awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful times.
I feel like my experience at weddings is like there's a lot of thought that goes into what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, but then it never happens the way that it's supposed to.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing.
It's all about the
just like
improvisation.
you're planning for all these moments, and then just like I feel like everything works out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like sometimes the smallest anomaly kind of like puts it all together.
Right. Because there's so many moving pieces. Like
Weather.
we got to invite these people, or like these people are going to get along with those
Mm-hmm.
people, and it's just like a lot of moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching one of my best friends plan his wedding, and I'm just like, dude, this is intense, man. But I feel like, you know, it's more for the bride. I feel like the bride has stronger feelings on it. And every time I talk to the groom, like they're just like, man, I just want this day to
You know what?
you know?
You know what's the funny thing about it is, her fiance Joe, is a good friend of ours. He's more stressed on the wedding than she is because my sister, you know, my sister very well. She can be very indecisive at times.
Yeah.
So he would like, Jen, tell me now if you want this, or if not, we're gonna move on from that and move on to this. And she would just sit there for like 15-20 minutes actually thinking about it until she gives a decision. She'll like actually think, it's like, okay, do I actually want this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 'cause,
yeah,
like,
yeah, because it can affect anything.
Like a big point of emphasis of the wedding is giving the bride away.
Oh, of course.
So I would say it's more so, like you said, it's about the bride
Yeah.
and the father giving his daughter away to her man
Right. No.
or a woman.
Exactly. I guess the point I'm trying to make is like it's one day out of your entire life.
Yeah.
And you spend like 2 years planning that one day. Like isn't that crazy?
What's nuts to me is how some people will do it multiple times. Like they'll get a divorce and then they'll do it
Yeah.
again. I'm like, bro, it's a one and done for me.
Well,
Like me personally, I'm like,
you would
yo,
hope so, right? If you're in a good situation.
yeah, if you're in a good situation, even like, let's say, knock on wood, like even if it fell out, it didn't work,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get remarried. I
think I would agree with him because like I see marriage as a one-time thing.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it's like one
totally.
and done. It's like, you know, you gotta do it once. I mean, if you do it again, you're just like, okay, now you're just
Yeah.
airing the ball out now.
that seems like a headache to me if you're
Yeah.
doing it twice, 3 times. Some people.
I'm just thinking about the cost combined of like 3
Just the
weddings.
cost combined, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
like,
insane.
That's nuts. And imagine being the friend of that person and you go to all 3 weddings.
yeah, imagine if you're their best friend and then he asks you for every single one to be the best man, and you're just like, come on, man, it didn't work the first time, it didn't work the
Right.
second time.
Yeah, you gotta be listen, Duke. We
Come on,
gotta
bro.
sit this one down.
Are you allowed to joke about that, like in the best man speech? Like, we're gonna try again this time. There's no
Ooh.
way you can say something
I mean,
like that.
I
There's
mean,
no way.
if
That's
you're
like a Michael Scott movie.
yeah, that's a Michael Scott. But if you're that savage and at the point you just don't care, I mean, go ahead. But at the same time, I'm just like,
But you
I don't
also
wanna-
gotta really know the bride too. You gotta
Really
really
know-
know
but
the bride.
my
I
thing
think
is-
I bring
that's
that up
funny.
because it's the
Yeah.
same people that are at this wedding as the last one, you know. So everyone's thinking it,
even
you know?
even the same relatives that got invited again is like, oh, so and so is getting married again.
Mhm.
You're just like, will this one last this time?
Dang,
Yeah. But if the bride laughs and her whole family will laugh, then you know you're good.
right.
Because if she's like, wow, that wasn't funny, then her parents gonna be like,
Could you imagine how awkward that would be? Just
oh,
like
terrible.
deadpan silence. Just like, oh,
I think that makes it funnier. I would be cracking up in the back.
I'd be cracking up.
Yeah, deadpan.
Because it's daring, you know. But
Yeah.
Dude.
man, I'm sweating just thinking about that.
Like-
Like if I said that and I heard silence, you would just see. It's just like
See-
the episode of Keenan and Kel where his
Yeah.
wife catches him watching porn.
Oh.
He's asking him like what porn he's watching, and like he just keeps getting sweatier and sweatier. That's how I'd be giving that speech, dude. I'd
Dude.
just be water.
It like if you're that ignorant like Michael Scott, if you have the Michael Scott ignorance in
Yeah.
you, like go ahead, do whatever you
Go
want.
for it.
Go
Right,
for
man.
it. Just
If you don't
take
care.
your shot.
Let it fly.
It's all about the wedding speech, man. You gotta have a
Yeah, you
daring
got a speech?
No, I'm not speaking. Thank God.
Really?
Wow.
No. His best man is his buddy Chris. So I'm just in the groomsmen party.
He said, "Thank God."
Thank
You
God,
know
no.
it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because like I know a lot of embarrassing stuff I could spill out. But
What if you get a little super juice and then, a little confidence boost, then you're like, you know what, I'll say something. It's all
I mean,
off the dome.
unless they're gonna do that thing where it's like, I'll let the brother speak or let the sibling
Yeah.
speak. maybe I don't know.
I'll
probably just swing it.
Yeah, but all you really have to do is make people laugh. Like I feel like that's the whole thing with the wedding speech. You make them laugh initially, right? It always opens up with a joke. Even at funerals, I've seen that where people are like, "Well, we knew it was gonna happen some way."
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's humor like opens everything up. So once you open up with a joke,
it brings the tension down.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because like just like a funeral, a wedding's a high stress event.
totally
High stress.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure everything goes right. Sometimes you get unexpected weather. Always happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like everyone's on edge. Then it's like, that's the point of the best man. It's like you gotta bring that attention off of them down. So it's like everyone can now get into it.
Right. I don't know. I feel like the joke is the biggest part, but yeah, it's
gotta land
bringing
too.
the whole atmosphere down in the room, just like having everybody chill and be on the same.
Well, yeah,
level.
that's the thing though. If you get it wrong, you can make it worse.
Yeah, no,
You could.
totally.
It's a hit or miss. It's a very big hit
Accidentally
or miss.
call her the wrong name. Imagine that. Dude, that'd be terrible.
That's something you can't live down to because of how many how much is being recorded at a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Like that just gets replayed over and over again,
All the time.
which is savage, man.
It's funny. Just thinking about it, it's like really funny.
Never happens
But-
to you, bro.
Nah,
you
I
wanna
like
jump out the window.
I mean, you know me, I'd laugh it off. I'd just be like,
Yeah.
I don't know where he came up with that. Like, he's bugging. He must be drunk. Like,
What if it was a previous girlfriend's name though? Then you can't laugh that off. Then,
I would,
then
I would still laugh. I'd be like, you know how long ago that was?
you're
Unless-
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I don't
wanna
know
say that.
because like the thing
Okay.
is,
'cause-
what if you're?
Because I've been with my girl for like 6 years. So if
Yeah.
like, let's say we got married next year, and then someone brought up something. Actually, know what? You might be right about that.
Think of it this way, like
yeah,
you
you might be right about that.
say if like
Crazy.
this
Yeah.
dude, you know, had a long time relationship with this girl, breaks up with her, and quickly gets married to this girl. Just the time between,
I'd make
from
it-
that
I'd-
joke.
That'd be my first joke.
Oh my
I'd
goodness.
be like, well, we got here pretty fast, didn't we, folks?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'd be, yeah. Oh yeah.
I would just be like, grab my drink. Can't say anything.
Right.
Can't say anything.
It's all about how you say it, though. You have a
Yeah, it's
point.
all about how you
You
say
have
it.
a point. It's all about how you
It
say
is delivery, but like
it's a delivery.
you could Michael Scott it, you can Robin Williams it, you could Bill Burr it.
Mhm.
Exactly. You got to perform. Like, isn't that interesting? People are like, I could never be a stand-up comic. I could never be a performer. But like, giving a best man speech is something that is like.
I think it's an art form too.
It's normal in life, though, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to public speak. So I feel like everybody is a performer technically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you
dude.
pulled off a best man speech, like you could be a performer.
Could you imagine getting up there as soon as you give your best man speech? You'd be like, "Okay, everybody, set your watches to sync when they're about to divorce now."
Yeah.
Start it off like that.
That's crazy.
Like, that'd be funny.
And the
Like, I'm just
time
thinking
starts
about them
now.
now, like how I could just like
Yeah, man.
rifle them off.
I have an obsession with like public speaking and people who have done like daring stuff public speaking. Like this is weird, but like I go down YouTube rabbit holes all the time. So
It always happens like late, like 1 a.m. 2
Right
a.m.
when you want to go to bed.
Yeah.
here are my
Every
most
time.
listen.
Go ahead,
let's,
go ahead.
let's share ours, but here are my
Alright,
most
let's hear
recent
it.
three. Ready?
Mhm.
Magic tricks gone wrong.
Okay.
Those are fun to watch.
Hysterical.
They're hysterical
'Cause
to
it's
watch.
Painful to
Yeah,
watch.
they're
Right.
painful to watch,
Painful.
but like you can't. It's like a car crash. You can't look away. Cheaters caught. Dog. There was this one on Barstool Sports the other
Are
day.
they real though?
Did you see the one on Barstool Sports with Hubert?
Yes,
Bro.
That was funny.
Everyone has to watch that one anyway. He
He
finds
said,
out
"What a dude named Hubert."
he finds out his girl was cheating on him with a guy named Hubert, and he's more mad about the fact that the dude
His
is
name's Hubert.
than the
And
girl's cheating
she's
on
like, "You really gonna do this on my birthday?" He's like, "I don't give a fuck about
him.
your birthday."
Yo, it was
I
magical.
was like,
It
dude,
was
this
magical.
is amazing.
He blindfolded her and takes the
gassing her
blindfold off.
up as they're walking and gassing her.
She's
He's
trying
like,
to take
"Damn,
the
you look
blindfold
good."
off herself.
Wow.
And he goes, "Oh, pause." He's like, "Baby, I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna do that for you." He takes it off, and there's these gifts that are wrapped up, and she's like, "Is this my stuff?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, and that's how
Yeah.
she knew. He's like, "Yeah, it is." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Get your stuff and get out."
He's like, "You've been
Hubert, a dude named Hubert.
Yo, it's amazing. But like,
She's like, "He's just a friend." That's when I knew. Oh, she lost. As soon as she said,
Yeah.
"Oh, he's just a friend." Oh, he's just a friend, huh?
I found a video the other day because there's compilations of that where like this girl, it's the same thing, surprise birthday.
Yeah.
The guy walks his girl into this family room, and he's just like, "Yo, like it's your birthday." And he's like, she's like, "I'm afraid I'm gonna trip." He's like, "No, I got you." Sits her down on the couch, takes the blindfold off. This dude is sitting next to her, and he goes, "You left these at my place," and throws panties on her face. And then the boyfriend's like, "You want to tell me who this is?" I was like,
Yo.
And then they start flaming her, right? And guess this is
Oh
all she
my
does. This is all she does when
God.
they're
I
flaming
hope
her.
she's still
They're
alive.
like, you're this and that, and she goes, yeah, you're right. You're right. She
Wait, doubled down.
Owns it.
Oh, is she a
owns
G?
it.
She's a G.
Dude.
Oh, she flipped it on them. Now they look stupid.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
That was crazy.
You know what this reminds me? Remember I think it was Flaming Matters when I think the son had the little black book, and I think Urkel and his sister planned a birthday party like with all his friends. They think of the girls are his friends, but it's all his ex-girlfriends.
Oh snap!
And he had his current girlfriend with him.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness!
Dude.
I think it was Family Matters.
I need to rewatch Family Matters.
Dude.
But yeah, that's cool. And there's one other. I was talking about YouTube
Rabbit holes.
rabbit holes I've been down. There's one more, and I was gonna talk about, but like I forget what it was. What do you guys watch? It'll come to me.
So right now, currently I'm in 2 rabbit holes. One is ASMR that we've talked about before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just
I feel
be.
like it's something he would be into.
Which one?
Yes. I forget what ASMR stands for.
I
but
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
The
it's like.
soundscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be like I don't listen to men doing it. I think like that's weird for me to fall asleep to like a man talking to me. Like what? Like okay. So this. Like I'd be like, yo, my G, you got to get out my head.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I listen to like women doing it, and so they'll like do certain different stuff. They'll like tap things, scratch it, and you'll be listening to in the headphones, and it's like it's all with the 3DO. The 3DO is a microphone that's super sensitive on both sides, and you can put ears onto it, and they'll do like ear scrubbing, right?
Yeah.
So then they'll be like literally cleaning the ear, and it sounds like your ears are actually being cleaned.
Yeah.
And I'm like this, like, just out. I'm just like gone within 10 minutes, and then the next night I'll pick up where I left off, start it there, and keep going. So that's one of them I'm in, and then the other one I'm in is just like I was telling him earlier is that I'm like taking cinematography and photography like super serious now.
Yeah.
So I Moment Lens. So I've been watching everything by Moment.
See, now I
Gimbal,
feel
stuff
weird
like
because
that.
I don't watch anything productive. I just watch weird stuff.
Oh, see, I
No,
did too.
But those are kind
because
of
you know what I was doing
productive.
2 weeks ago? I was stuck on the Adult Stream live stream.
Oh, the
Watching,
fish,
like-
the fish tank and the gaming and stuff.
No, I was
Adult
watching.
Swim?
Oh my God, what are the names? It's like 2 cartoon dudes, like a potato and something else, and they just read what people send in.
You talking about Aqua Team Hunger Force?
No. This is like it's a live show.
Oh, okay.
Live show.
It's a live show of 2 guys, but they're voicing over like
cartoon characters
two
that are
cartoon
reading,
characters
yeah.
that are like their mouths are syncing up with
Okay,
them.
I forget what that
And you
one
can
is.
tweet at them, you can write in, and they play music, and they're hysterical.
Dope.
Because they just be like, if you do something stupid, they'll be like, man, boy, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yes.
just stupid shit like that. So I was watching that, and then the Eric Andre show. I binged like the first
Eric
season.
Andre is hilarious.
Love.
Dude, and I first I thought it was scripted, then I read up on it, and that's not scripted, and that he
He just
doesn't
goes
tell
at
them.
it.
He just goes at it. And I'm just like, and he had the Instagram models on the one episode.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
the Instagram model special.
Oh
That thing
my
was awesome.
God, that was hysterical.
Where he's like, I'd show you, but my phone's got low bat. And then this thing comes down, it's just like low bat, and like everybody starts applauding. Like,
And then they're just sitting there like there, and then you see Hannibal Buress like sweating. He's like, I'm like, what is going
the
on?
director is this dude that's just like he has hooks in his back and he's just swinging from the ceiling. One of my favorite moments of Eric Andre's show. I think the best part of the show is when they're out on the street segments, like when they're messing with real people.
Yeah.
And this guy,
He's got punched in the face so many times too.
Yeah, probably. I think
It's
about.
amazing.
I always think about those people that mess with people, like how many times they probably got hit off camera.
Like-
but
Remember those dumbass
like
kids?
Tyrone.
Tyrone, I was about to say,
Is
not-
that the
not
big
Phil.
black dude with
And
the
then
shirt
Smoke
Smoke
off?
is bad for you. That guy.
There's
What about
that
the
and
three stupid white kids that go in the hood and they're dumb?
Supreme Shrimp. What was that kid's name? He
Patty?
wears a Supreme.
Not
stuff.
him. Not Supreme Patty. This is like 4 years ago. It would be like 3 white kids in New York, and they would go to the boroughs, and they would just be like, "Yo, it's like you trying to buy a gun?
I
Trying to
seen
buy a
that
gun?"
one. Yeah.
And everybody's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then like he'd be like, "No, it's like a toy gun, water gun. It's a water gun." And they get like, I remember someone actually pulled out a gun. He's like, "Boy, you don't get the fuck out!" And pulled out on him. And it would do surprising. I'm like, "Yo, one of you gonna get
Yeah,
killed."
that's not worth
There
it.
was that.
Yeah.
And then remember when Fat Boy SSE came out?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought like, what is this dude on?
Yeah.
What is he on?
There
Yeah.
was funniest in
I
Philly.
love Shiggy.
Before I get back to Eric Andre's show, funniest in Philly was the craziest one. That was the guy that was on the news. Funniest in Philly, he was the guy who was literally going around in his car and like he was like, "What's up, yo?" And they'd be like, "What's good?" And he'd pull a gun out and they'd be like, "Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa."
remember
And he used to
that.
run off. He was like, "Ah!" He just thought it was funny to watch people duck. Like he got arrested for that, man.
Good.
Yeah, no, he totally should. But one before we get sidetracked, because I still want to talk about YouTube rabbit holes.
Yeah.
My favorite Eric Andre bit, and I'll always be this way. They're out in the street, him and Hannibal Buress, and I guess they're dressed up as like protesters or something like that. I don't know what the context is, but like there's a bunch of like fanatics. It's New York City, I think. So like there's a bunch of weird people, and this one guy is claiming that he is God. He's like, I'm God, I'm God. And Eric Andre's response, he goes, prove it. Take a poop in front of us. It's just funny. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, the dismissal of logic on that show is on a whole nother level. Like, when he puts his hand in the coffee cup and it's like a shredder and he's like, ah! Like, just the logical leads that they take are
Did you see the quinceañera he had?
Dude, that
was amazing.
I was following.
Were they wrestling in poop, or was that?
No, I think it was
pudding?
Mud wrestling. And
I was like getting disgusted because it didn't look like mud.
I was thinking to myself, like, I'll never be secure enough to mud wrestle at like a birthday with like my close friends completely naked, because like that's what he was doing. He was running around the party naked and dripping in mud. I'm like, what? Wow, that's
bro. And I'm like, that's a lot.
And he hired professional luchadors. Did you see that to just like fake wrestle out front?
And then he got cleaned up and had a quinceañera dress on.
Yeah, yo.
And like he had a tiara, makeup, everything, and he was just going around kissing dudes. And I was just like, what is going on?
I was like, this is so crazy, man. But he's a very funny guy.
So what YouTube holes are you in?
YouTube holes, like the classic for me is like Vine compilations.
Oh, still.
There's that.
I stopped doing
sometimes,
that. I heard that's
sometimes
making a comeback.
But it's
V2.
But sometimes, recently, actually, the full episodes of Bob Ross when he's painting.
No,
seriously.
Are you serious?
No, yeah, seriously, I've been watching that.
Is it funny?
Bro, it's not funny. It's just relaxing. Like when you watch him, the way he's
tone of voice,
so,
man.
so you just paint the water like this, little shades of blue, little shades
And then
of
you
white.
hear
The most I've watched is the Deadpool spoof of it. And
There's
I
that.
that was great.
Yeah, the Deadpool spoof. And then besides that, there's different fight scenes on anime with
I'm
random.
not gonna lie, I do that
all the time. Like whether it's Naruto, Boruto, Dragon Ball,
with a hot ass song in the background.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A fire song.
yeah,
AMVs.
Bleach or Gundam or anything like that. Anything with a good anime fight scene, I'll watch. One Punch Man.
That's what's up. No, One Punch Man's fights are the funnest to watch, man. Like they're so much fun to watch.
I think you meant to say Hero Academia.
See, I'm not into that yet, man.
Have you tried? Or
I like the character design. I just don't like the premise. But what I have been getting into is Evangelion Neon Genesis. That is some craziness. And
see, I think. No, I'm thinking of a different show. I think it's called Evergarden.
No.
Evangelion Evergarden. I feel like that's the name of it. But
The other,
I don't know that show.
It's pretty crazy. But the other YouTube hole I go down, and this one's a little dark. I like watching like these people who commit like atrocities that before they commit like they're gonna kill themselves. They make like videos about like their life and stuff like that. Dude, watching those are pretty insane,
Bro.
Like there's
there
was what's his name, Ricardo Sanchez from like 1996. That singer Bjork, Bjork. He was obsessed with her and he wanted to send a bomb with sulfuric acid to her house so it would blow up and disfigure her forever so she'd be ugly. He was mad at her because she was going out with somebody else. He was just some random dude that like
do you remember
it was crazy just watching. I was like, whoa.
I forget her name, but do you remember the artist? It was a female. It was right before the Orlando gay club shooting happened.
Okay.
The singer, crazy fan in the middle of her show.
Wasn't
in the middle of the show, just
wasn't
like
that Ariana Grande?
No,
it was not her. It was
that would that security around her. Like this is like maybe 2 levels under Ariana, because Ariana is like a superstar. Like this is someone that is known in the music industry, but not that level.
Yeah.
She's like maybe 2 under her.
What is
I forget her name. I think it was Christine something. I feel like it was
Christina Grimmie.
That's the one.
She got shot and killed.
Yeah, in the middle of her show.
She got killed?
In the middle
bro.
of her show.
Whoa.
Crazy fan because he wanted to be with her.
Dude, that stuff is nuts.
Yeah, I think he killed himself too.
Isn't that the whole reason why John Lennon died too? Because like some
crazy fan.
Some dude was trying to impress a girl, like, and was trying to shoot her, but like some famous girl that he didn't even know.
Yeah, that's why it's like crazy out here because.
Sorry, it took a dark
like,
turn. I don't know.
It did take a dark turn.
I can't stop watching these videos. Though.
All right,
It's
jumping
nuts.
back.
You should watch the ones of the Columbine kids.
Like, not too long ago, this was like probably a few months ago. I was doing it for weeks, watching on YouTube. Top 5 unknowns. It's a channel, and it talks about like the darkest stuff, bro.
Oh, like the urban myths and
the
stuff
urban
like that?
myths, the top
Is that
5.
the one where it's like Burger King foot? That is. Is that one of them?
No, what's the thing with that? So somebody took a picture of like shoes and lettuce, and they're like, "This is what happens to your Burger King lettuce." Please tell me the origin of that.
Do you know this?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You ever heard of this?
I never heard of that.
Please give me the scoop.
So
on
this is what I thought you were talking about. So there's a video on YouTube. It says the top 5 or top 10 mysteries unsolved on Reddit.
Yeah, there's a channel like that. They do top 5 unknowns, and they'll do top 5 unsolved murders, top 5 internet whatever.
And it got super famous because the guy narrating it, literally, like it was his real voice, but he would talk like this. He's like, Burger King foot lettuce. He's like, it is number 10 on the list. Burger King foot lettuce. Back in 2006.
It's like a Ben Steining it.
Yeah, and you're listening to it, dude. I was crying because he was like, an employee thought it was funny to have his dirty, disgusting shoes inside Burger King's foot lettuce and then put that lettuce onto a Burger King patty. Dude, I was literally like pissing myself. And then the Reddit community,
I'm done,
found out which Burger King it was, found out the employee just from his legs and shoes.
Just from his
legs and shoes staying in the patty. They figured out what Burger King it was.
Oh, wow.
I think so, and the guy got fired. It was
wow.
It was like
that's
it was like it was top 10 mysteries, internet mysteries solved.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's what
okay.
it was.
So he stepped on the lettuce and then he wore the same.
No,
shoes
bro.
to work.
No.
He it was 2 lettuce bins, right?
Yeah.
And he had his shoes on, and he was inside the lettuce bins with shoes on, and someone took a picture of him doing it, like as funny. He was like, ha ha ha. He's like, this is what you get in a Burger King patty, and then the Reddit community somehow pieced together an investigation and found who it was, and he got fired.
Wow, dude.
And it was amazing.
Never
And this is like from
underestimate.
2008, and they have like all the mysteries solved from like that first one.
Hold up
till now. It's
Rewind.
amazing.
So the picture was taken in 2008,
yeah.
but they didn't capitalize this guy until 2010.
No.
2018.
They did. They capitalized on him a week later.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
It was just
I
saying.
was
It's
gonna say,
just
my man
telling
was
the
working.
story.
You know how
years at
crazy-
Burger
10
King?
years.
Like,
Nothing
jeez.
is-
Foot lettuce.
what's
Stepping on lettuce too.
What's
bro.
fun,
I'll be
it
mad.
just shows you like that you can't hide.
No, you
You
can't.
cannot hide.
You
Now,
can't.
Reddit is vicious, dog. Like people got time on their hands. Like
I
Reddit,
love it.
Yo,
Reddit, people, it's like they see some word. I got time.
Right. That's
I got
exactly
time
what it
today.
is, man. People
I love
arguing
it.
and
I love
investigating
it.
all that, man.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Twitter, man. Twitter detectives when they just find out.
What was one of the mysteries though that like really caught you?
Like
Because I know
internet videos, and there was like also the dark web. Talked about the dark web.
Did
on,
it
like,
talk
different-
about that dude that was on a TV broadcast where it was just like a mask?
Yes, that guy.
Have you seen that, John?
It was like
Who,
the
V for Vendetta?
yeah, that guy. That guy would pop in.
I'm
Anonymous.
talking about the bull. It was a mask of like a white dude with a big chin and sunglasses and just like a smiling face.
What
And it
the
was like
hell?
it took over like all these broadcasts.
There was
Like in real life?
for like
I think
5 minutes. Yeah.
You remember the Super Bowl? When the Super Bowl just cut out randomly?
the blackout,
Blackout, you remember that?
Super Bowl blackout. It was like
And it was like static on the screen. I was like, yo, is this getting hacked? I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I was like, did like the Super Bowl just get hacked?
Yeah,
I thought it was like Mr. Robot type stuff.
yeah,
that was pretty
dude.
crazy.
No, it would do like top 5 mysteries unsolved, internet. Talk about the dark web and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it's that one was the crazy one where it was talking about this Japanese foreign exchange student, and he fell in love with one of the girls. He was studying I think in Europe, and he fell in with one of the girls there, and then she rejected him, so he kidnaps her,
Whoa.
dismembers her body, leaves
Whoa.
her head in the freezer, and eats her body.
Yo.
And then the Japanese government rescues him from the European government because they obviously want to throw him in jail, and claimed him legally insane.
That's nuts.
And he got away.
And he got away, and he's just restricted in Japan.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah,
That's insane.
I like to. I don't know. I like to think that there's no evidence for some of these and that they're made up, but I'm sure a lot of them got to be real. I mean, I don't know. See, it's hard to tell the difference, though. You know, I'd rather that not be true. But
Yeah.
man, is that crazy story, man? I don't know.
That just reminds me. That just took me a flashback. As soon as you said that, it took me a flashback to the whole. I don't know if you were. I don't think you were here for that. The whole Cosmo Donardo thing.
No, what was that?
True, the kid who killed the 4 kids in Ben Salem.
Oh yeah. So
Was
do
it
know a
the
little bit about
shooting?
that.
My friend was telling me that when I came back, he said, "Yeah, we had a mass murder up in Knights Inn."
No, that was last summer or maybe 2 summers ago.
I don't think I was here at the
Yeah.
time.
So, well,
Yeah,
this
no, there's some crazy.
I remember the last crazy thing that
lives
happened
down
there.
the road.
Yeah, he lives down the road.
He did.
Did
He's life in jail now.
Dang.
There's like 3 kids that had to die.
4.
man. 4. Okay.
Like it was nuts. Like
What was the what was happening? Like what happened? Like why did
All
you
right,
do that?
so quick, long story, super short, because I like this dude deserves to rot in hell. So what happened was he was not right in the head after an accident, ATV accident that he had, and he was a drug dealer. So and he was working for this big time guy in Philly apparently. So one of the kids was going to buy weed off of him, right?
I think I remember it. What it was like
this
those
was
kids
a
from
year ago.
Bristol.
No,
Or
they were. One went
what
to
was-
Temple. Two of them went to Benson High School,
Okay.
and the other two kids went to Council Rock.
Council Rock. Okay.
But they all were in this area because of Temple and Benson,
Okay.
right? So the kid goes to buy weed off Donardo. Donardo's like, it's 8,000. He's like, dude, I don't have that. I only have 800 on me. So he was like, all right. He's like, I'll buy a gun off me or something like that. So they go do it, and he kills the kid, just like kills him right there. And then he went down this like, he had to like cover his like tracks and stuff, and he was like, and he said, I listened to his confessional.
Why did he kill him though? So he wouldn't talk?
Dude, he killed him because he said if he showed up back to the dealer, he was gonna get killed.
Wow.
Yeah, I listened to his confessional, dude. He did not sound remorseful. He was like talking like, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, then I shot him back in the head. He's like, split his wig, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this
That's
kid?
wild, man.
And then it's like really graphic, like, and I don't feel like discussing because it like turns my stomach. But
Right.
we'll talk about it later. I can send you the article, but
That's
it was
wild.
like, that was not even the worst of it. Like that part, it got worse after
Yeah.
that, and like it was the craziest story that's happened in like this area.
Yeah, probably in
Ever.
this town for maybe like the past 10 years. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe
what's going on in
maybe
this
ever.
town.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think there's ever been something like this where it's like a quadruple homicide.
Right.
What's crazy is thinking about like somebody being killed like that close to you. You know, like
Mhm.
you ever think about that? Like you're going to bed and like somebody else in your town is like just got killed, yo.
Yeah.
They just got like murdered. Cause murder to me is like just something that like happens on TV. Because I spent all this time, here,
Yeah.
like in the suburbs and stuff, where there's not a lot of like violence, societal violence.
like
But
the XXX kid. he
Oh,
died.
dude, people were going crazy in LA.
I got some words
Like-
for that though, man. And like,
Let's hear it.
so I do bang with that guy's music. Now, granted,
It's good
like he
music.
wasn't a perfect person. Like,
Of course
this guy
not, yeah.
definitely did some bad stuff, man.
When he
you know
was
what I'm saying?
when he was younger.
Yeah, definitely did some bad stuff. But like, I honestly do think, and I'm not saying this just because it's like the trend to say like that he was trying to change. That doesn't
Yeah.
justify what he did, because I heard he beat up a pregnant woman, man. Not to speak ill of the dead, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you, you know?
Yeah.
Like that is pretty messed up. But I really was a fan of his music, and then I saw the music video that
For
he
Sad?
released. Yeah, and it was really like
I got a theory. I was talking to Chris about that. I even when the video was surfing, I still don't think he's dead.
I think he's dead.
You think it's a Tupac thing?
Dude, I don't even know if it's like that.
If
I
you're
think
talking
that
about
he
if you're
was
talking about the tattoo thing. I gotta shut you down, bro.
not that because I know he was in the works of getting the tattoo removed.
Well,
I
no,
heard.
he put on makeup because he was going to a charity event.
Okay.
So that's why that John wasn't there in the picture.
Because there was that, and also they said that he was shot in. I watched that video maybe 100 times because I didn't even believe it at
The
first.
Snapchat video where it's him in the car.
Uh huh.
I watched that a lot.
Dude,
of
I was
times,
like, because they said he was shot, and I'm like, all right. First of all, if he was shot, if he is shot, don't be recording that.
right?
Yeah.
No, people,
Call- you know,
people have
call
no respect. man.
911. Check
have
his
no
pulse.
respect.
Like, no respect. And it was like 2 cameras. There was
Mm-hmm.
2 videos of it. Call 911. His life is more important than your moment on whatever. You're
Yeah,
trying to
get-
capture moments. Like, bro, that time that you wasted right there, he possibly could have been saved.
Well, that's
Right.
just clout. Like,
Yeah.
people. That's how desensitized we are with our phones. We're just like,
Yeah.
yo, this superstar's dead. Check it out. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, help this
But
man.
it's like, and they said that he was shot in the neck, dude. I looked so hard in that video to see an entry wound, any blood, anything, and he was wearing a light hoodie
Yeah.
with a denim jacket. I couldn't see anything
Yeah,
of blood.
I'm not an expert either, and I gotta commentate on that. I
Yeah.
feel like if you get shot in the neck, there would be a huge mess.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
everywhere.
everywhere.
There'd be
And
a
his
huge
and
mess.
he was in the car like this, like
He's
his
leaning-
neck was
he's
exposed.
leaning
You could
back.
see it.
His head. He looks like he's asleep. Like
And
it's,
then
it's
they
almost
said
too
that he
perfect.
was shot on the passenger side. I'm like, that doesn't make sense because they pulled up next to him, and he was at a stoplight. So they're not going to pull up on the. They were in a truck. They're not going to pull up on the sidewalk. That didn't make sense because he was on the right lane of the road. So they had to pull up on the left. So I'm like, this doesn't piece up because I remember he did that last year, 2 years ago. He fake hung himself for a music
I
video,
didn't hear
but he
about
put the
that.
clip on Twitter and it looked real, and people were like, "Yo, what the hell?"
Mhm.
But it
was
was
a
a
shock
promo.
tactic.
It was a
Yeah,
promo,
promo.
shock tactic, something
Yeah.
that Odd Future used to do. But his new music video, "Sad,"
Mhm.
and I'm watching it because I was talking to Chris about this, and he was like, Chris thought at originally thought he's like, "There's no way that's CGI." I said, "No, that's really him But the thing is, I don't think that was shot before his death because he died 2 weeks ago, and there's not a high budget in this video. Like, it's very simple. It's in a church. There was nothing that really happened that could have cost a lot of money besides camera time and the amount of people that were on screen. I don't think, and the special effects. I think it might have happened after because it was really eerie that the video was him saying goodbye to his old self that did all the heinous crimes.
Right.
And he was in a coffin.
Well,
he was dead.
I gotta drop
But
in
yeah,
here.
but like, didn't they have the his funeral open casket
They
at
did.
the?
It was a stadium in Florida.
Yeah.
And,
They had an open casket?
Yeah, it was open casket.
So yeah,
I didn't know
so
about that.
This is what I gotta say about all that. So it's like, I'm not an X fan, man, but I know that a big theme in his music
His death.
is death.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not unusual that drone was themed that way. Now,
Yeah.
is it really oddly coincidental? Yeah.
Because timing is everything.
Dude, the
timing
the
is
timing
everything.
of this is crazy. Like, you couldn't have even timed it any more perfect. Like, it's honestly like, and it's a shame.
It's like a perfect rollout.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't want to say that someone's death is a perfect rollout because I'm trying not to be disrespectful. I'm
same.
trying to toe the line here, but what you said is correct. Like, there's no better death for an artist to be, even in your death.
Yeah.
You know, is artistically executed.
Dude, his sales went up by 1,000,000%.
Of course, man.
Like,
You got a bunch of people, you know,
insane.
like jumping on, man. Like, for me, I only listen to Sippin' Tea in Your Hood, man. I bang with a lot of his music, like I said.
I like Sad. I like a lot of his songs. Jocelyn Flores, like, he has a lot of good music.
He has a ton of good music, man. But
he knows how to master what he does.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to promotion. He knows how to do it right. And like you said, I don't want to disrespect because if he's dead, he's dead.
Right,
and
he's dead.
it's a shame because he was
Yeah.
20 years old. And no matter how heinous, like,
Yeah.
and it was all alleged. He was not convicted of anything.
I
too.
did see a
That's-
video of him beating this guy up, though.
Was it the gay guy? I don't want to watch that.
Doing the bathroom is pretty messed up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
And like I said, that was at a time when I don't know,
Right.
he was 17.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
So-
yeah.
Right.
I'm not trying to
So-
excuse anybody.
And
yeah.
because like we were saying, that's someone's brother, that's someone's friend,
Right.
brother,
Exactly,
whatever,
man.
son.
Exactly.
And all the people, like, I deleted it was just off my phone for a week. I deleted my Facebook and Twitter because I was like, yo, people are disgusting, man.
Right.
Some of the
Yeah.
shit that they were saying. I
People
was
are
like,
getting out of hand.
yeah, especially people that we in this own community.
Yeah, man.
Saying some wild, flagrant stuff.
Yeah, dude. Like, you know, people do bad things, and honestly, man, like, nobody deserves to get murdered straight up. Like, that's
No.
You know that I'm saying, like, nobody
On the way
deserves
to a
get
charity
murdered.
event or something like that, and you just get pulled up
Nah.
on by two dudes who steal a Gucci bag.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Clowns.
And even that video, Sad, like, I feel like that video is really about him. Like, he's fighting his old self.
Yeah.
It's almost like, yo, I'm trying to change up. Like, I'm trying to be a better person, man. So
That's how I saw it.
But when it comes to the death, like, and you were talking about, like, how do people know X is dead? And I saw, like, this whole video thing where people were like, yo, he's not dead. Check the tattoos. It's a double. Here's the bottom line, man. And you might disagree with me on this. So I'm
Did he
ready
have that
I'm-
face tattoo in the Sad video? I don't remember.
I gotta watch it. But
Yeah.
tattoos aside, you guys might disagree with me. When a police report says somebody's dead, I gotta believe that by default.
But they
man.
didn't. I don't think they did. I don't remember because
That should be public then.
that's what I'm saying. It
That's-
should be public.
Well, that's what they said. It got
And like I
released.
said, we don't live in Florida, so I don't know what this landscape was looking like when it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't even know if the actual police department's Twitter account even said something.
Yeah.
I would have to go back and search.
You would
for it.
actually have to go online to their government website. You can actually look up death reports and actually
We might
see.
have to do that.
I
'Cause I don't even know what his
I
real
know
name
some
is.
states allow that
Mhm.
to be public information,
And Florida's pretty open.
and yeah, Florida is really open.
Another
so.
thing though, as corny as TMZ is, like when TMZ says somebody's dead,
Clowns, yeah.
I believe that because they did that with Michael
See,
Jackson.
but
They did that with Uncle Phil.
TMZ also said that Drake had a career-ending diss track to Pusha, and
But see-
Jay Prince.
But see,
bitch
that's
ass had to stop him.
that's of a different nature though. Like when it comes to death, man, you gotta be when you mess
See, when
up
it
on
comes to death, if
somebody's
TMZ's the first one, I believe it. If they're not the
That's-
first one,
yeah.
we gotta take it with a grain of salt.
I saw
and they were not the first in this one.
how'd you get it? The way I saw it in Oz's Instagram
Um,
story, and then I went on WorldStar, and WorldStar had the police call.
I saw it on WorldStar.
I was
Yeah.
on. I was on. Where was I on? I think I was on Instagram or Twitter, and I was just going through the mentions and.
See, that's the thing. Like WorldStar is weird. They'll do like these weird marketing tactics too.
Mhm.
So it kind of reminded me of what was it, the Catch Me Outside girl when her account got hacked. Remember I
Yeah.
called you
Yeah.
about that day.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, she got hacked.
Because we were talking about that on the podcast.
Yeah, and then turns out she collabed with WorldStar about it. But
Mhm.
No,
So
going
she
back
didn't
to
get hacked, or she did?
no,
get hacked?
she just made it look like it was hacked.
DC Young Fly got hacked. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
I
Oh,
know who
yeah.
it
The
is.
bull who talks like
Come here, boy.
Chris Tucker.
Come
yeah,
here,
he got
boy.
hacked. I'm not sure if you saw his Instagram, dog.
I saw Yachty got hacked.
Bro, he got hacked.
Was bad.
They were putting some really crazy stuff on there. There was a dude. They posted a dude with an erection. He was bouncing coke cans on his piece.
That's kind of funny.
And people
That's kinda funny.
were like, "Whoa!" Like they were going crazy.
DC, is that you?
But the cats are all like "Fu DC," like, and then there's like a bunch of thugs like with guns and stuff. It was pretty funny, but I felt bad. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is they didn't delete his account, so like they recovered it or whatever, so he still has it. Because my first thought was like, this guy has 1.3 million followers, but this stuff that's coming out of his Instagram account, they're gonna take it down. But nah, they salvaged it, and I think they do that for like the
Wow.
big wigs. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think if you're
Yeah.
verified, they'll save it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my theory too.
Yeah.
But dude, it was nuts.
That's funny.
Who else got hacked? You were saying?
Lil Yachty.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
But it looked a little, like you said,
like marketing tactic.
yeah, it seemed like a little mark.
suspicious.
So
Yeah.
speaking of marketing tactics, what do you feel about the IHOP thing?
You mean IHOP?
IHOP.
So, okay, so somebody specify this for me. Does that mean there's no more pancakes?
No, okay. So
I never
basically,
ate there.
I love IHOP. I eat that like every so often. No,
It's a
seriously,
Texas thing, right?
it's a
Is it?
southern thing, I guess. It's
Southern
everywhere, whatever.
That was a
It's
Texas
more
place.
Waffle House down
I
south.
didn't know
But
you loved it, man.
no, dude, I love IHOP. You don't have
Really?
no idea. Like I'll go there like 1 a.m. with my boys just to have
Okay,
breakfast.
yeah, I can see that.
But like, so basically, I don't think they're actually changing their name to IHOB, International House of Burgers.
yeah,
When I first heard it, I thought they're just flipping the P to a B, like for breakfast. I was like, all right, that's what they're known for.
Made sense.
It made sense, breakfast or bacon, whatever. But they said burgers. I was like, what? And I think they're going to keep it IHOP. It's just that they're trying to push their new burger menu out, and if you think about it, kind of worked because everybody started roasting them on Twitter with
Right,
all the other
right.
franchises like Burger King, Wendy's, all those
Right.
guys.
Bad
Red
promo
Robin's.
was good promo.
Dude,
Any-
that was free advertising,
Yeah.
and
Everyone.
and everybody else technically paid for it.
Uh,
And
Yeah.
what's funny is the burgers are actually pretty good.
really?
I had it.
you had one.
Yeah.
I had one of those burgers.
Is it like a typical burger price, like $12?
Yeah,
or-
typical burger price, fries, drink. Bro, those burgers are huge. Those are steak burgers.
Dang, you're about to get me going out.
Dude,
Did they,
I don't
they
know,
have a
do
lot
we
of
have
options?
one on Street
they
Road?
have a pretty good options. They have
Is there one in Ben
probably like
Salvador?
6
They used to be on Street Road.
probably like 6 or 7 different types of burgers.
Dang, bro.
You know, they get the classic, you
That's
get
actually
the
a lot.
smokehouse burger, you know, the bacon burgers, and they got avocado burger. I
You're a
guess.
real burger guy.
Dude, this not just me. This guy's more of a
Yeah, I
burger
was
guy,
just thinking if I go back to
This
Philly
guy.
tonight, I'm gonna stop at IHOP.
bro. IHOP is their burgers are pretty good.
My question is, you got all these burger places. Why convert to that when there's less competition in pancake places? You know,
I think they've always had a like kind of like
a lunch menu.
lunch and dinner menu.
okay.
It's just that it hasn't been popular because everybody knows them for pancakes
Mhm.
Mhm.
and breakfast.
Yeah,
So I guess they wanted to push that out there.
yeah.
So it's kind of a marketing tactic.
I always felt like IHOP was the place that you go to when you want to eat
Breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, that's like the whole purpose of
Yeah,
IHOP.
that's the place.
'Cause
I
you
thought that
really
was
get
like
it.
Denny's.
Or Denny's
or
or
Denny's.
Nifty 50s.
Bro,
R.I.P. man.
Dude. There's only one left in Philly.
you want
I
to talk
think.
about scandal,
Really?
bro? That's
Dude.
like that's probably one of the biggest.
The-
That is
man.
nuts.
That was a big
that-
scandal.
Broke
we-
my heart, man.
It was
Nuts.
how long? We were in high school at the time, weren't we?
No, we were. I think we were freshmen. I remember
college?
exactly where it was because I drove by it while I was
Yeah.
in Inferno.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to school.
Yeah.
Really?
I was
So-
I was going to school, and then I was like, damn, it's dark out. It was like 7 in the morning. I'm driving past it. I go like this. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, we used to have a Nifty 50s,
Yeah.
and it burned down. And turns out it was an internal thing.
Tax invasion.
Tax invasion and
evasion.
insurance fraud.
Dog, how dark is the moment where your baby, the business that you invested in, you're like, I gotta destroy
You know how he
it.
did it though? He did it when people were there, like an idiot.
What? Wait, really?
You remember?
Yeah, he
Alright,
did
now
it like
I'm testing your memory right here. Do you remember when you walked in?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm thinking now.
Look straight ahead. As soon as you walk in past the
machines.
the crane machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the corner of the wall, and then if you make a right, you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Do you remember that fan that was in that corner?
Mhm.
He put a match in there.
Oh, it was a big industrial like black
That big
fan,
industrial
right?
fan
Yeah,
that was in
yeah.
the corner.
He put a match in that.
It was like a match in there or something. He started on fire.
It would have made more sense if it was like a grease fire. Like
That's what I'm saying.
the thing is, if you did it
Right.
If you wanted to avoid it, do it in your biggest and your,
Look at this guy.
you know, your busiest moment.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow do a grease fire. You see it. You're like, all right, everybody get out the building. We have a
everyone
grease
get
fire.
But the thing about the grease fire is how the pipes are developed. You can tell if it was from internal or external. So you can tell if someone did it on purpose or if it actually was an accident. So it's like, I agree with you, but I think that might be trickier compared to like a as he said, a malfunctioning fan that was in the corner. But then they were like, dude, people saw you. We have witnesses that saw you tinkering with it. Next, you know, the whole place is in fire.
But that's not a bad idea. You take up smoking for a week, and then you go into the kitchen, and then fire starts, and then you tell the police, like, I dropped a cigarette behind the stove, and the next thing I know, fire's coming out.
Not even that. It's just like, oh, I was flipping burgers.
Yeah.
I threw a little too much grease, and it fell
Squirt.
down the side and like caught the wall.
Yeah. Dude, what was I going to say?
Because you can't put out water.
No, because it'll
Can't.
spread.
No.
You got to use the fire retardant.
So this may be a stupid question, but every fire that happens, do they investigate to make sure the insurance will be
Every
legit?
single time.
Yeah, they have to.
Every single time.
It's actually a law.
Shoot, man.
You have to. They have to inspect it,
That guy's
and-
probably sweating
And it
bullets.
takes weeks.
bro.
'Cause
They will.
they'll keep everything looking destroyed.
Yeah, they'll keep
Go through
everything,
everything.
on the scene, tape everything up, and only the fire marshal can go in and out, and the fire department, and then the insurance agents,
Wow.
and they have to evaluate every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a car crash. You know, they have the expert that comes in and figures out what happened,
Yeah.
how fast the guy was going. Same thing. Where did it start? How did it start? When did it end? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, that
and,
sounds
and
kinda
like
fun.
and like one single fan that blew up the roof. Because
Yeah.
do you remember how it looked? It was like a huge hole in that corner.
Yeah.
And it's like, so the kitchen didn't catch on fire, but this fan somehow put a
That's
massive hole
That's
in
nowhere
the roof.
near the ovens, by the way. That was
Yeah, it's
nowhere.
far.
It's nowhere
was
near the
far.
ovens or the
Yeah.
grill,
You don't understand, dude. Well, of course you guys actually do. The memories of that place. Like,
bro. We had.
Dude,
so
I have
many
the
memories.
picture when we went after their of 8th grade dance.
right. Eighth grade dances, every white and blue night, every
Yup.
like field day kind of
God.
thing was always topped it off with nifty 50s. And what's crazy is there's like only one now,
I
and
know.
that one is trash.
The
dog.
one in
And I'm
Philly,
not going down-
Northeast Philly.
It's
Yeah, and I'm not going down the
trash.
boulevard to get there either. I don't
No.
feel like it.
Bro.
No, nigga.
It's not worth it.
You remember just like going to mini golf with people, just
Mhm.
like
Right. You
Yeah.
go
That stuff
and
was
get
lit.
play mini golf, and when you're hungry, you go to the diner.
yes,
They
bro.
still have the mini golf there too, which is
Yeah, they
weird.
do. I mean, they didn't burn that down yet.
dude. If they
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like weird that it's still there, but you can't use it.
really.
You can't. No, you can't
It's
because
abandoned?
they did let you for a while, but then they're like, no, because this is too close to the burned down establishment, so it just looks like a mess
That'd be a pretty dope place to shoot a music video.
at the abandoned mini golf.
Yeah. I
Get
don't
the
know.
wheels churning.
To shoot
I think
something.
you just got me my new photo shoot location.
Yeah, bro.
Like a mini golf place, because like I did
There's no neon lights though.
with the neon lights,
And
but
you like the neons,
dude, let me show you this. You guys will see it later, but I have only one photo. I was just like, because I did the photo shoot, and then I went to work, and then I went to flying out. I don't live in the city. Where I live is just like flat, small towns.
Yeah.
So we don't have neon lights, stuff like that, like in Chinatown here or Koreatown. So every so often I would shoot at the carnival, or I just have one photo. I have the Dave and Buster's.
Mm-hmm.
So here's one of the photos. This is just one I have.
Yo, that's awesome, man.
Wow.
Where it's at
Wow.
Dave and Buster.
This is at Dave and Buster's. So y'all will see this eventually, maybe later.
I'll post in the episode.
Yeah, but it's pretty dope when you use the neon lights to your advantage and stuff like that. What's funny is since I'm here, you know, obviously tomorrow I'm gonna be all busy with my sister's wedding, but Saturday and Sunday, for 2 days I booked 6 shoots, so I'm gonna be out
Around here, right in Philly.
in Philly, all Philly and Westchester.
Wow.
See,
Ooh,
that's
you're gonna
something-
be driving.
That's something I gotta give to you, man. Like people kind of sleep on you, but like you really work hard, bro. Like probably harder than anyone I've ever seen on their passion. Like
It's crazy where I'm at now, from the last time I was here, like episode 17.
yeah,
And what's crazy is I was not at the level that I am now. I'm more upper. I would say if there's like an expert, intermediate, beginner, like novice, I'm kind of past intermediate and getting into that pro stage.
Do you mean in the skill set of the picture taking, or
Picture
just like
taking
the business wise?
everything all together, videography, cinematography, photography, and everything like that.
I'm learning.
It takes time, but
Yeah.
and honestly, anybody can do it if you just go put your mind to it.
Mhm.
And everybody has a different style.
Yeah.
So my thing is respect it, because the thing is, some photographers say, "Oh, that's trash," or what is this?" I'm just like, bro, it's their style. You gotta understand that it's where they come from. It's
Right.
what
Yeah.
influenced them to make this type of style.
Yeah.
So for me, where I'm at, like the photographers down in Texas, where they have their photos are very mute, warm tones, kind of like
Higher saturation.
like no, more like low saturations,
Really?
more like the kind of like you'll see wedding photos or
Okay.
like engagement photos, stuff like that. Where mine is more
it's like a
portrait, like
P800.
urban photography and portraiture. It's called,
Mhm.
where you combine portraits and urban photography, and it kind of like mashes together. And my style is more like bright tones, colors, something that
With
will
this- let me
punch
see-
you in the face.
Let me show you something. If
Just
this would be an
blitzes you.
example of that, because that's what I really liked about your photography, is using not only the subject but also what's behind them to
Right.
complement
Exactly.
possibly whatever colors they have on, or
Right.
to stand out and give two different images at once.
There's that. It's like you'll have like I'll have one of my friends. She'll have like I had one with the Whataburger,
Yeah.
and they used that photo for their
Awesome,
Instagram.
man.
They hit me up, was like, "Can we use this photo?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." We
Did
pose her with
did they
that.
credit you?
Yeah, they gave me
Oh,
credit.
cool, cool, cool.
There was that.
Would that be something like that?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Something bright, and I like using props.
Oh yeah, yeah. You took that one, right? I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
That's really cool.
I like using props and stuff like that. So I'll do that like with like here. This is a good one. This is my friend.
This is my favorite one I took.
That one looks like it's for an album cover.
That's
Literally,
what I said
legit
to him.
album cover.
Yeah, because I used what did I shoot this one with? I forget what I shot it with, but then I used Filmborn and Afterlights.
Afterlights. That's pretty good. One thing you gotta get though, it's really good. Lightroom Mobile.
Do I have that?
You gotta get that. Lightroom Mobile is very good too. If you don't want to get the full program for your computer, you can use Lightroom Mobile. Is free.
And Visco's nice.
Visco is very nice, and Snapseed
Snapsy.
by Google. That's very good.
Yo, that's
But this was actually around National Donut Day, so I would use like props and stuff like. This is my friend Natalia, so just something like that with props, like her eating a donut.
wow.
So if you go like that, or here is, let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Is my friend. We're at the beach, and we're actually at South Padre Island, and she has a penny board. So we had her with this.
Yeah.
Are you using a Sony?
I'm using a Sony A9 now. Not A9,
Nice.
A7. A7.
Nice.
So I'm using a Sony A7. I upgraded from my Canon T6, which is like a basic budget camera for guys,
Mhm.
And my boss was like, he knows that I do photography on the side, stuff like that. He's like, and he has his own business on the side as well. And so he's like, so what have you invested in your company? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, what equipment do you have? I was like, I have this. I was like, how long you've had it? I was like 2 years. He was like, dude, you gotta upgrade. He's like, you have talent. You just gotta go past it. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, do you feel that your skill set outperforms your equipment? I was like, yeah. He's like, time to upgrade. So
Wow.
did my research, got a Sony A7, which is super powerful. It's a mirrorless. Switching from DSLR to mirrorless was a crazy jump.
What's the difference?
The difference, do you want to explain it?
Well, I think it's something to do with the lens. So what the mirrorless does, I could be wrong, but is it less lenses or more lenses?
It's not the lens. It has to do with the body. So the DSLRs has a mirror inside of it.
Right.
And it
Reflects light.
for reflects light and stuff like that, to reflects into the lens and into the sensor, where mirrorless cameras just have the sensor.
Whoa.
And based on depending on the brand, how good it is, Sony is, when it comes to mirrorless, they're like the Versace, they're like the Apple, they're
putting in
they're
their
Bugattis,
TVs too.
they're yeah,
It's in their
exactly,
TVs as well.
and they're very good. I love DSLR. I mean, if I had the money, I would definitely get more Canons, but Sony has really impressed me, especially with their video taking.
That's what Peter McKinnon, I think, uses.
Peter McKinnon uses Canon. He got a,
He's
because
a
he has
Canon app.
everything, because he got the
This Canadian guy, from Toronto.
I think he's more in the Vancouver side,
Vancouver
like
side?
Alberta.
Is he a photographer for a
Dude,
celebrity or just
No, he's a huge photographer, videographer,
B-roll specialist.
B-roll specialist. You look him up on Instagram or YouTube. His YouTube channel is amazing.
Dude, phenomenal.
His work
Like,
is
his shots are
amazing.
crazy.
He has a full not scholarship, sponsorship from Canon. So any Canon thing that's being released, he will get it like months in prior. It's like they'll hit him up and say, "Hey Pete, test this out for us. Tell us what you think." And he'll do vlogs and stuff like that. And
Yeah, did you see his competition that he had? He said
in Africa, yeah, he shot.
Not even that. He said for everyone to send him their best B-roll, and he was gonna critique and review it.
I think
on
the
his
winner.
channel.
I think there was also another one where he was giving away his 1XD.
Yeah, dude,
which is like a $20,000 camera, bro. $20,000 camera, which is ridiculous.
And know what's crazy about him, dude? He says that his equipment isn't even on like the same level as Marquise Brownlee.
Marquez Brownlee, he gets anything from any tech company everywhere, and they're like the first person, like he'll be like one of the first few people to get like new tech, and he'll review it. Same thing with the guy from Unbox Therapy, the Canadian dude from Toronto
with the beard.
But it's weird. He's from Canada, but he sounds like he's from New York.
That's the dude that does like the speakers and stuff.
The speakers, phones, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name.
I think Marquez has the red Phantom camera.
Yeah,
dude, that's $100,000 camera.
Yeah. He has that. He has
two.
He has also the prototype for the red phone.
Dude, that phone looks amazing.
Dude,
is it just for photos?
Dude, this phone is like, they're saying that this phone, if it comes out to after production, because it's gonna be like $1,400 to $1,500, right? So my ex is $1,000, right? That was high. Yeah. They said this phone's insane, bro. I watched his the prototype video that he did and the shots that they showed and how it can do the 3D imaging, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know what I was looking at. I was like, this is insane.
It's just crazy stuff like that. Like,
can shoot video in 8K on a cell phone.
8K on a cell phone, bro. That's unheard of. We barely just reached 4K.
Frames.
I feel like you gotta disguise your phone at that point so you don't get jumped.
No, because it looks. I think it's a little bit bigger, but it's slim. It's slender.
It's very nice.
It's got the red logo on the back. Oh, dude, it's
dude.
beautiful.
Like even for me, like photography, like this is my advice to you. Don't make excuses. Like, okay, so last week there was a huge rainstorm. Lasted about 3 days. It was just as bad as Hurricane Harvey. We just didn't have the winds. It was like a tropical storm that came in.
Was that the one that hit Puerto Rico, right?
I think it came through Puerto Rico and then came up to us.
Oh, the one that hit Houston, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was pretty bad. Roads were flooded and everything like that. And we were supposed to I was supposed to shoot this girl Gabby, and it was really bad. Floods everywhere, and we're supposed to shoot outside. And she's like, we can still shoot today, right? I was like, you know what? Let's shoot at Target. So we went to the candy aisle and shot at Target.
Yeah, see, that's lit, man.
You put that one up. I like
yeah.
that one.
So my advice to people like you who are doing photography and stuff like that, if you really want to do this, no excuses. Yeah, don't make any type of excuse.
Yeah, that's what a buddy of mine that I went to school with, he was talking about on Facebook, because he started his own. I think the same time that you started yours. It's OM Media, and he just like was because I asked him. I said, "Yo, man, like this is what I have right now. This is what I'm about to get. Like whatever tips." He said, "Bro, like if you can, even if it's nothing, just shoot every day.
Right.
Like you see an angle, you see a corner, you like it, take a shot of it."
Before I started taking this seriously, I would go out every weekend. You know what, my boy Chris and Luke, they're other photographers. We would just go out just to shoot, just to get something.
100 pictures.
And then until I figured out I'm good at portraits and video work, that's what I stuck to. Now for me I'd still do portraits with models and stuff like that. But now
your portraits are really good, by the way.
Thank you. One thing I started doing now more is contract services for small businesses.
Yeah.
Now doing marketing for advertising and stuff like that for like businesses, product photography and videography and stuff like that. And just doing that is fun. Like I just did something for a juice bar.
I saw that on your Instagram story.
Yeah, I did it for my friend's coffee shop. I'm hoping to close this deal with this director for a school. If I close that deal, that's a 9-month contract worth of pay.
Nice.
9 months.
Nice.
Easy.
I'm proud of you, man. You're freaking killing it, dude.
Yeah, and I can't wait for LA. So I'm preparing for LA. It's gonna be a big thing.
It's gonna be a good time.
Hopefully I can get something.
It's a lot of shooting out there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I follow a couple of because some of my favorite people to follow photography wise are like the skateboarding ones. So people that do that. So
yeah,
like,
there's
Shannon Vision.
Shannon Vision. There's also Matt Black.
I don't know Matt Black. I know the one guy. I forget his name off the top of my head. He did. Oh my God, what's his name? I can see his name. He has the pink with the white writing on it. He did Kim Kardashian's shoot from 2 months ago. Oh my God, when she had the cornrows. I can't remember his name right now. White guy, bald. He's like our age too. Oh, it's gonna piss me off. Hyde. His last name's Hyde. Hyde.
I think
Marcus Hyde?
Marcus
Is that his name?
Hyde? I think it might be Marcus.
And he started off, in LA, lives in the Valley, just did Instagram models, and then Kanye was like, "Hey man, I really like your stuff." And he's like, "Can you shoot Kim?" Took off since there.
Imagine getting that DM.
Oh, and he's Chance's photographer.
Chance, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just doing that, like working with models. Like what's funny is all the girls I work with, people think, oh, they're professional. There was actually to a point where I had people hitting me up thinking I was an agency. Like a modeling agency. I was like, no, I'm not a modeling. I'm just a photographer.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, dude.
But no. What I've been doing now, since I've been revamping Just Media House again, especially with the whole product photography and marketing stuff like that. What's different is the juice bar. The owner like pretty much pitched me to her business owner friends that owns other businesses, and she said he doesn't do product photography as well. He does lifestyle photography, which is like, posing your product with a model and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like now every time that I do a shoot for a company, if I use a model, get the model paid.
Nice. Yeah,
what do you mean?
Like obviously I'm getting paid to do the shoot with their products and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if I bring a friend who models that product, you
Oh,
also
okay.
pay them as well
Oh,
for their
okay.
time.
It's a
Smart.
win-win.
That's smart.
Yeah, it's a win-win. You need to start hitting up these clothing lines, man.
Yeah,
That's-
I
I feel like that's
actually
what I'm
have
at.
this
I hear
one.
some of them are corny though. Like you have to have a certain amount of social media
Followers, yeah.
followers. Like you're supposed to be an influencer. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, I've seen those things.
Yeah.
I don't go for it. I was like, no, I'm writing
like
my own wave.
Macy's.
Yeah,
They
I'm
want
writing my
20K,
own wave.
dude. I was like,
But no, I have this girl that I'm gonna be working with soon. She got kind of like this sponsorship, a short-term sponsorship for this bikini company.
Nice.
I forget the name of it, but she was like, I really need help with this. I was like, I'm down.
Cool.
is she in LA or is this in Texas?
No, this is in Texas. This is South
Okay.
Texas.
That stuff sells, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like, that stuff sells. Photography is always in demand. Everybody needs it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you think that you'd be able to train a computer to do it, but there's a personal touch that I don't think a machine could ever replicate, really. You know?
Nah.
Yeah, especially because when it comes to it's all about because you got to do it the right time of day.
Right.
If you shoot during midday, you got to worry about the sunlight.
I don't like shooting midday at all.
It's hard.
It's too overexposed. Even if you bring down the highlights and the exposure, it's just gonna look.
Gets really grainy.
Isn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't they taught us in school, and I'm not a filmographer, but I work in television. They always taught us that, like, the best time of day to shoot is like 3 or 4 o'clock because there's no shadow that's being cast
No,
from the light.
that's not.
No.
It depends on your style.
I
For
think it
me
also
personally,
depends on the region.
I
too.
like it.
Good point.
Once the sun goes down, 3 hours before it. So
Dang.
like not even 3 hours
So
before.
what is that,
actually.
like 5, 6 p.m.?
No, it's more for now. I know the sun sets at 8:30 at this time.
Mhm.
So my ideal time would be from 6:30 till 7:30. That hour, golden hour.
So in that hour, do you like? So if you're shooting at that time, you like
Such a
your
small
pictures
window.
to have more of a warm color because the sun's coming down.
Yeah, more of that, or it's just the colors are not. It's not the photo's not as bright and overexposed.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. You do minimal adjustments to it.
Okay.
Same thing with indoor lighting. It's very hard if you're shooting indoors,
Mm-hmm.
depending if the lights are coming in at the same time.
Try to get that soft light.
You got to get the soft light as well. That's why Target was one of the very few places I liked. There was also one place I shot indoors was Johnny Rockets, and it was just at the point
that
where
one.
Johnny Rockets. I remember specifically where the restaurant wasn't lit inside. It was very dimly lit, but the windows were open brightly, and because of that, I'm trying to see, the light shined through very perfectly. It was probably like 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's an awesome one, man.
and that was minimum.
Is that you said 7 p.m.?
That was around 7 p.m.
That's
It's because the sun was just perfect where I can see it outside the window and the light rays were coming in.
Yeah.
So it lit up the room perfectly.
Yeah, you can see. You can
Tag
tell.
Johnny Rockets in that one.
Oh yeah, and they loved it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm glad these corporations are looking at
I
your
think
stuff.
I think my favorite time that I like shooting right now is like this morning. This morning was a dreary,
Sunrise.
cold day and it was very cloudy, and I
Yeah.
like
The fog.
lighting, the fog.
The fog
I
lighting, yeah.
I took like 1 or 2 this morning just from that, and then I had to get to work. It was right before I got into work. So I haven't tried playing with the sunrise yet, taking pictures at that time.
I'm gonna try that Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
So how's your schedule now? So you go to your job, and then after your job, it's just shoots until you go to sleep.
Shoots
and
until like my body's like, yeah, get to bed.
really,
Yeah,
dang, every day, and then on the weekend shoots too.
weekend shoots too.
Jeez, dog.
So it's like I'm like working every day. The only day I don't shoot usually is Sundays, but I make an exception sometimes depending on who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Sunday's usually my off day.
Wow, bro. So you get one day off.
Yeah, it's like literally I work from like 7 to about 6,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then
Is that shooting and traveling at the same time?
no, this is just like my full-time job at customer service at my dad's
Oh, okay.
company. I do customer service, so I have a desk job, like a normal like day job, 7 to 6,
bro.
and
Are
then
you
I
allowed
have
to edit while you're doing that?
no,
Okay.
I'm just always on the computer doing their work,
All right.
and then because Sunday is my edit day. Sundays are my edit
so you
days.
chill and edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would, after I leave 6, get to my shoot 6:30 because I always have my bag with me, and then 6:30 to 7, shoot maybe a little till 8 depending on where I'm at. If I do neon lights in certain places, stay a little bit later, and then I go home and sleep, and I won't even see the photos until Sunday sometimes.
Dang,
Wow.
bro.
Wow.
That's intense. How long does it take you? I mean, you're throwing it in Photoshop. You're throwing it in Lightroom. How long
I barely use Photoshop. Honestly, I never use Photoshop.
Okay. So
I
it's
probably
just
did it
Lightroom.
once or twice just to remove some big stuff.
Do you use any of the Adobes?
Yeah, I have the
Lightroom
full
is
Creative
Adobe.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Lightroom's Adobe?
Lightroom's Adobe.
Yeah, so I use Lightroom. I use just Lightroom literally because it's just an easier workflow. Because if you're shooting from a certain time period, like say like for the hour, and all the photos are pretty much the same, look and the lighting and all this stuff. You just obviously different poses and stuff like that. When you make one adjustment to a photo, you can copy that adjustment and paste it to all the rest of the photos,
attributes,
and paste the attributes, and they merge onto the other photos, and they all get edited for you.
Yeah.
So it cuts your workload probably like 3 times, and then you make some minor adjustments in between photos when you go through them. It's like, okay, maybe crop it this way, maybe take out this, maybe remove this, add this.
How long will that take? Typically for
I
like a
can
shoot.
go through 200 photos in an hour.
That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
So what do you do for video? Where do you edit
Video
your
work, I
videos?
use Premiere.
Premiere.
Pro.
You
I
have
use
to
that.
Premiere.
I love Premiere. I don't like Final Cut. I feel like it's just very confusing.
It's
sometimes.
more
it's
intro-
very confusing for me.
What?
This is Sony.
Sony
Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah.
Sony
Dude.
Vegas is kind of obsolete. I know what you're saying with Final Cut though. It's more introductory for people who are like kind of dabbling in production, and it's based off of Avid. I use Avid at my job, and I'd much rather use Premiere. But
Premiere is very good.
it's because it's interchangeable. It's all
Yeah.
about interchangeability with After Effects and Photoshop. But Premiere is just like drag and drop.
And
Avid is still on
what's
that.
crazy is I really capitalized on the stories and using like promo videos for stories, but now they introduce IGTV, and I was like,
Which I thought was amazing.
Bro, you know what I did today?
Amazing.
I was watching export settings for lateral video.
Dude, I watched the full
Bro,
Naruto
vertical.
episode on the IGTV.
See, how
IGTV.
was that though?
Dude, it's fine.
It's not
'cause
bad.
You flipped it.
No.
Because whoever uploads, they can upload it into a video vertical format. I try to stay away from the vertical ones
But
sometimes.
you can actually crop it out to
Yeah.
have the full video like this.
Yeah.
But you have the black bars up top, which is
Yeah.
not bad. It's
It's just condensed.
I saw somebody
condensed.
today. They exported their video horizontal, so you just turn your TV and like
yeah,
not your TV, your phone.
Justine does that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what she does.
see the thing is though, Instagram is doing some crazy stuff now. They did you can do the video chat.
yeah, I
Kind
saw
of
that,
like
bro.
kind
I saw
of like
that.
Skype or
I saw
WhatsApp.
that.
Since when? They
My-
added
Just
that?
just added it recently, probably like this
If
week.
You can hit anyone up. I had
You
some-
can hit
I
up-
had a friend of a friend was like, hitting
Listen,
up
you can
Beyonce.
hit
I
up.
could call
Look,
you. on
look, what
Instagram.
I'm
Bro,
gonna do
you
it right
could call
now.
Freaking, you could call your favorite rapper, bro.
If they
What?
accept it,
If
here,
they accept it.
watch this. I'm calling you right now.
I have no service down here, so I don't know if I'll get it.
Also,
Wow.
do you have the
Nah, I
latest?
didn't get it.
You didn't
Yeah,
get it?
I updated.
You have the
I
latest?
did. I had no idea. Do I have to be in that?
So watch this.
Oh wait,
Drew-
it just popped up.
you got
What's
it?
that? Something popped up. I missed it. There. What?
That's me. No. Did you accept it?
Sheldon,
Yeah, it says
Sheldon
connect.
just acted like a middle-aged.
Oh no, hit
parent.
Instagram.
He
Hit the
put it up
Instagram.
to
app.
his, he
Instagram,
put it up to
Instagram.
his ear to receive an audio call.
So what's cool is this? So you can
Can you
see.
see me?
Well, obviously I'm calling
man.
you, but you can hit this icon right here and bring it down, and then you can actually multitask while kind of like video chatting, and you can do up to 4 people.
Yeah, you can do up
Four-
to 4 people.
up to
bro.
4 people at the same
That's
time.
the big thing. Me and Jay, with our friends, we
you
had a
guys already
separate
used
app for
this.
that.
We had fam.
We had
fam at the time, but they started
that?
acting weird.
Fam. Never heard
Fam
of
was
that.
an app that was just a group video chat, and Jay and a lot of our friends that live out of state, we would chat with them.
Okay,
But,
so
Oh, there.
yeah,
it is.
now you can do all that on Instagram. You can.
you can do that on Instagram, and then you can multicast on Instagram while chatting with your friends, which is really cool.
It's 2018, dog.
It's 2018, bro, but we live in like it's 30-30.
That's why Instagram is my favorite, because when they do changes, like unlike Twitter, they give you Twitter's just a bunch of bullshit.
see,
but
the-
Instagram just does it.
They
and it works.
nail it, but the only thing I don't like is the algorithms. Every so often they change it, so like sometimes I won't see people's posts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
is
just-
annoying.
that- and
they
then
did
I'll-
change it to chronologically again, right? Is it still chronological?
It's
it's
based-
still
It's
out
still
of-
popularity.
From what I hear, it's also based off your personal interactions.
Yeah,
So
based on your likes. If you like, if they say, "Oh, this guy likes a lot of photos of puppies," we'll
Yeah.
send him more.
I
photos
like
of puppies.
that.
Or not
I
even
do like that.
Not even your likes. Like if there's somebody that DMs you a lot, those will come up first.
Yeah.
Or somebody's page that you go
Instagram's
on.
not owned by Google, right?
No, they're owned by Facebook.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought they were still independent.
No. They got
You
bought
know-
out of Facebook a long time ago.
Facebook just started their own rival to
You're right.
Twitch. Do you know that?
Well, yeah. Facebook. I feel like Facebook is fighting to stay relevant.
So like,
But here's the thing: if they can figure it out, it will work. Because you know why? Because out of every single social media, they have the most users.
They do, but it's become a cesspool. Like they don't know how to clean it up. Like Facebook
Well, ever
is like.
since the election bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah,
They just gotta fix it.
This just that. It's just because Instagram is more of memes and
That is
content,
so true. That's
and
so true.
Facebook is more
100%.
of political vomit.
Also
Yeah.
that and just like dumb videos.
And Twitter is
Stupid
just
videos.
your ex trying to find out what you're doing right now.
Right.
Bro,
Well,
and
yo,
once-
you're a Twitter beast, man. There's never a moment where I don't get a Twitter update from you.
Oh,
You're
I'm
on Twitter
buzzing.
all the
I'm
time.
buzzing
Dude, I
on
need to
Twitter,
get
bro.
back on Twitter. I have Twitter, but I've barely been on
I
it.
got nothing to say. I feel like
I always have something to say, man. I have always,
You-
and then people just always want to argue with me.
See, the thing is, I feel
It's
like
amazing.
you're very opinionated.
I
on
feel like
Twitter.
now
love
that
it, though. I would have
since
it
I
any other way.
capitalized on the whole Instagram stories when they first came out,
Yeah.
IGTV is kind of like perfect for like the thing. Like I set up my own channel, so I'll have like all these promos like this.
Dog,
Like,
see,
yeah,
that's
dude.
lit, bro.
See, and that's why I was so happy that you were coming today to talk about this, because I wanted to ask you like
Yeah. So before
the
you
process.
before you jump in, you edited that on Premiere, and then your export settings were for a vertical video.
Vertical.
Right?
So what you
There
do
go.
is
Yeah,
when you
that's what you did.
when you shoot a camera, typically you shoot like this.
Mm-hmm.
I always shoot my cameras. I never shoot landscape. I always shoot portrait. So you always see my camera sideways with all my photos.
Mm.
So they'll be 16:9, and then I'll crop it down to 4:5 because that's the max Instagram
Yeah.
portrait setting. Also the same thing for videos. I'll shoot sideways. I'll
Mm-hmm.
never shoot horizontal, only if I have to do a YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a while. So I'll always shoot for Instagram, but I'll shoot my camera sideways. And then when I go into Premiere, you go into sequence settings and just flip it from like 9/16 to 16:9.
Yeah.
And then it'll go vertical.
69 is.
And
the
then-
yeah.
And then with the videos, when you put it in, it'll all be vertical. And,
And
then
are you losing any room when it gets to Instagram? Like, is it cutting anything off?
because the
can
thing is,
position it.
no, because it stays full.
Yeah, but you can also position what part you want more centered. At least you can do that in Avid. I was doing
Well, yeah,
research
but
on this
but
today.
I was losing
yeah, but
something
that cuts out, like that issue cuts out when I shoot my camera sideways.
You're right.
So because the thing is, if I was shooting like this, obviously I have to position it in a way that it looks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I shoot like this, I don't have to worry about that.
It's funny because
And-
they will always tell you to like shoot like this with
Yeah.
your phone.
Yeah, and it's funny now. It's 15. I always max it out to 15 seconds, but since this IG thing
oh, it's
came
beautiful.
out, now you can do it to an hour.
An hour.
I can do like
I'm gonna
a
start
1
putting
minute
memes on that.
promos now, or like
Bro.
30-second promos
Start doing that.
for like models or businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when I did the promo for the juice bar, everybody
That one
went
was
crazy.
sick. That
Like
one
where was
sick.
it?
No, I love that one.
She was
I-
drinking it, and then you
I just-
panned down
yeah.
and zoomed out, so you had the
Yeah,
juice
it was
right
like literally
behind her.
this.
Yeah,
There was there's so much more. There was also this one. I don't know if you saw this one.
I did
Yeah, I
not
saw
see
that
this one.
I was on Sanibel.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I was in Sanibel Island on vacation, and I was just going through my Instagram, and I saw this, and I showed it to my brother. He was like, "Dude, this is awesome." Yeah, man.
Dude, YouTube finally has to do something now because they haven't had competition.
Here's the
Vimeo didn't work.
They actually started doing the vertical videos now.
They did, but what I'm saying is that no one could compete with YouTube in terms of uploading a video of content.
Well, there
because YouTube was king.
I have
for
so
the
much. I
longest
have so much
time.
to say about this. YouTube's weapon was YouTube Red, which is
Music.
so dumb.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Like
Because they also
ridiculous.
put content on there that you want to see.
right.
I'm not paying for.
No, no.
It ain't happening.
Not only that, but like
Because Facebook does their TV shows for free.
Exactly.
See, the thing is though, like for me, before I switched back to iPhone, I had the subscription for Google Play for the music, Google Play. So with that subscription, when I signed up, it also paid for YouTube and YouTube Red, included with the price for the Google Play. So when I switched back,
That saves you about $25, right?
yeah, instead of paying for Apple Music, I just got the Music Play app from Google, and then I will watch YouTube Red. Literally the only thing I watched on YouTube Red was Cobra Kai, and that was amazing.
And that's what I want to watch.
what is
Bro,
that?
Cobra Kai is the
Dude,
continue.
Karate Kid.
Karate
It's a
Kid.
Continuation.
It's a continuation,
Oh
probably
my
like
gosh.
30 years.
30
in the,
years later.
30 years later, but
Wait,
it
with Will
takes
Smith's kid or
no, with the original characters.
cast.
So
That's pretty cool.
Ralph, was it?
I don't know his name.
Ralph something was the kid's name, Machio or something like that. It's
Yeah.
a really Italian name, but it takes on the perspective of his rival.
He owns the gym.
Bro, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So basically, the premise is
You can watch the first episode.
30 years in the future. What's the Karate Kid's name?
you remember his name?
Danny.
it's been forever.
I was about to say Danny Way, but that's a
No,
skateboarder.
Danny something. Daniel LaRusso. Daniel LaRusso is a successful, car dealer. He owns these car lots all around LA, beautiful wife, kids, beautiful house, and his rival,
the blonde hair kid.
the blonde hair kid, he's basically a wash up, living on his own, deadbeat dad, stuff like that. But eventually he meets this kid Miguel, who's kind of like a Danny Russo, but he sees him fight because he fought off these kids that were beating him up, and he's like, how'd you learn that? He's like I just know karate growing up, and he's like, you should have your own dojo. And he started training him and his friends, or basically the nerds of the school, and he gives those kids confidence, and those kids give him confidence, and he kind of like picks his life up back to where it should be. And
They get the rematch, right?
he
They
get
were
the
advertising
end
that.
at the rematch between LaRusso's dojo, which is Miyagi's dojo,
Yeah.
and then Cobra Kai, and
And now the Karate Kid's like the cocky one.
the crowd.
And it flipped, dude.
Flip it.
So he's kind of like a villain.
Yeah, and what?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Here's the best
I like
part.
that.
Here's the best part. The kid, the Cobra Kai's the blonde hair kid. Well, he's now an adult. That guy who redid the karate, the Cobra Kai. How I said he was a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
His son is LaRusso's student,
Whoa.
the original Karate Kid student,
Ooh.
and that's where the rivalry begins even
Spoilers to any Karate Kid fans
And-
out there.
And I'm
No.
pissed off because it was supposed to go on Netflix, and they said no.
more. No, and YouTube bought him out. And you know what's crazy? LaRusso's daughter is dating Miguel, who's being trained by his rival.
Yo, you guys are balls deep in Karate Kid.
Dude.
No, I haven't watched it.
Dude.
I've only seen what they show on YouTube Red, like not
Okay.
on YouTube, like the trailer.
Okay.
But there's a lot of the trailer.
There's a
that they
lot
show, and I'm
that
like,
goes
what
on.
the Fuck, I want to watch it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna ruin the end, like the last episode, bro, of the tournament. Oh my goodness!
So, do you think there'll be more seasons? or-
They've already confirmed the second season. They're filming it.
Wow.
Wow, man.
I gotta check this out.
Dude, but YouTube Red, going back to YouTube Red, that's literally the only thing I've seen because of YouTube Red. I used to download the music, but until I got the Google Play app, it doesn't really matter. It's convenient because I never see any ads. You remove the ads.
Right.
Damn.
That's cool. I mean, I use ad blocker not to be a jerk, but that's just what I do.
But yeah,
Bro, it like somehow I think my ad blocker doesn't even work. They just
Really?
get through it. I'm
But-
just like,
Mine is
whatever.
lethal.
but
bro.
yeah, going back to the whole Instagram
Lethal.
thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Instagram, after they did the whole Instagram TV, create your own channel, I'm really gonna start capitalizing on that.
Bro, because it's young. You might as well
It's young.
jump on it now.
Yeah, I have. I just threw up a bunch of my videos
Yeah.
up, but I'm
do
gonna
that
start
this
doing
weekend,
longer
bro.
videos now.
I am too.
Like now I can do the 15-second promo, and then I can do like one long video of like the behind the scene. I wish I had a second photographer or a videographer. Dude, I wish you were with me right now on the island, like down South Texas.
Yeah,
like you filmed the behind the scenes stuff of me working with the model and us like just chilling, hanging out on the beach.
Yeah.
And like you would see the photos. Like, all right, stay tuned for like these photos coming out.
We
Here's
talk
the
about
promo.
vlogging, man.
That's
You
the shit
need
I love.
somebody to help you vlog.
Yeah.
You got it. There's got to be some person that's down there that
But
wants to do
it's
what
not
you
that.
do.
It's the fact that he has to find someone that has similar shooting style to you, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
though.
it's very hard.
There's nobody out there that's like, dog, I
No,
love
but
what you do.
the
I'm trying to
re-
do what you do.
See,
Just follow
what's
me.
funny is there a lot of the
I'll do
girls
that.
down there. They do pageants, like
Okay.
team pageants and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
It's a Texas thing.
It's a Texas thing, so they do
Did not
that.
know that.
Now, they've always been like, smile here, pose here, wear this dress, wear this makeup, don't do this, don't do that, do not eat before you come in. And I show up, some dude out of Philly from the city up in the Northeast, come down south, and I do on shoot locations on site. I shoot in the city, I'll shoot in Target, I'll shoot wherever on the beach. I'll tell, they ask, oh, what should I wear? I was like, wear whatever you want. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, this is your shoot, wear whatever you feel comfortable. And after that, we go out and eat and hang out. It's not like, okay, your shooting's done, go home. I'll take them out to eat and like we'll just hang out and chill. Like these girls, they're all my friends. Like I know them personally.
dope.
So like I'm not those photographer where like, okay, show up, we shoot for an hour, that's it, pay me, that's it. Some like half the time I'm just like, I hit these people up. He's like, hey, I'm bored. Are you bored? He's like, yeah. You want to shoot? Cool. We'll shoot. We'll go out to eat. We'll hang out. We'll do stuff.
That's cool.
Like it. Like I feel like this is kind of like my how you want to say it? Like it's like this is the thing that got me out of my shell
Mm-hmm.
to meeting new people. Like Drew, you know me. Like sometimes like I just don't want to meet new people. Like you always like have your close friends and you just want
course.
to stick to that. And you don't want to meet new people, but you got to find that bridge that connects you guys. This is my bridge
Yeah.
to meeting new people.
And you're also capturing someone and what they think, that someone could think that they don't look good, and then you could be like,
Hey,
no, it's like you can get a picture of them and say,
Yeah.
nah, like you look great. And
Right.
like it's a confidence boost, and then they say, dude, no, you take just great pictures. So it goes like both ways.
See, and what's crazy is when I moved down here, I was doing urban photography, like street style photography and stuff like that, and they're not used to that, and it's so different. It's from like it's like a Philly, New York, Boston
Like
type
street
style
photography
Yeah.
where you kind of take a picture of someone that's like
It's
unexpected,
more
right?
candid. It's not
Yeah.
more posed.
Pose, yeah.
And they see that and they love it, and they want to work with me more than like all these other
I
photographers.
saw that a lot in Germany, bro.
And what's crazy is I had a girl, she's a good friend of mine. She's like, there's photographers in the valley that know you. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, they should. I mean, I've been advertising and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they know you in a way that they don't like you because you're kind of like stealing away their work. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like all the girls here in the valley, even families and stuff like that, they love your style of photography because it's not here in Texas. This is like some sort of New York, LA, Philly, Chicago type style of photography where it's not in a studio, it's not posed, it's not lights and makeup, it's just candid and all natural and raw. And they're like, this is something that's
human.
Yeah, exactly.
human.
And it's like this is something they've never seen, and they fell in love with. And like these guys are like timid and like what's the word, they're just jealous and like they feel intimidated.
Like
What
envy.
do you
Yeah.
mean by timid?
Like not timid, like I meant intimidated.
intimidated,
They feel intimidated because the thing is, literally, I blew up down in South Texas because one of my friends told me like, oh, this guy was telling me he's a friend of mine who's also a photographer. He's like, oh, this kid from Philly, this Joseph Media House guy came out of nowhere, and he's like, he's shooting all these great photos, and like he's like, why isn't that I can't do that? I was like, well, like the thing is this is my style, and on top of that, I'm hustling. Like I used to post every day. I took the time off where, because the thing is now I'm doing more business side, like business marketing,
Which is good.
which is good. I'm taking more of a break. Instead of posting every day, I've noticed that like I'd cap out at like probably 150 likes, maybe 175, and that's only because I'm constantly posting, and I figure out that the Instagram new algorithm is messing it up because I'm constantly posting at a certain time at a certain day. It's only hitting certain people because those people always liked it around that time.
Funny you said that because I noticed about that when I did my Germany thing.
Yeah, so it would cap out at a certain time and a certain likes and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna, instead of shooting every day like I used to do, I'll just do it whenever. And I did the thing where instead of posting like the top 3 and having the rows of the thing, I'll do it randomly. I'll randomly post. Maybe I'll do like back to back one day, or maybe I'll do every 3 days. Like the last thing I posted was like, how long ago was it? It was 2 days ago. I might not post till like Monday, when I get back because I'll be shooting. But I'm still active. I still hit people up. They still hit me up. I still post on my stories.
Yeah, when we had Ronnie on here, he was talking about the same thing. The guy who makes the memes. He was just like, the new algorithm just like cut my interaction.
Yeah.
And I think it's because there's just so many people on Instagram, They have to base it that way.
Right. And this is like,
just like YouTube.
I've even had photographers come up to me and they're like, "Can you mentor me?" I was like, "What do you mean mentor?" And I was like, "It's like, well, I really want to go with you on your shoots in shadow and see how you do it."
That's what I'm saying. Use that guy to be the guy that does your vlogs.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Maybe.
Because a behind the scenes shoot's definitely easier than the actual.
Yeah, there's this company out. There's this magazine company out in Austin, Texas. These guys, I think it's Austin or San Antonio. They're called Digital Market. Dope content, very dope content, and they love my stuff. And I was like, I hit them up. I was like, hey, listen, if I'm ever in town, I'll let you know. I was like, yes, we need to do a collab. Like, we need to do it, and which is cool. And I want to get to a point. Like, I'm getting to a point where, like, I'm confident in my work where I can post something. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to like flex or saying things like, oh, I got these followers. I barely peaked after like 1,200. And I got excited when I hit 1K. Remember that day?
No.
I was texting you. I was like, 1K.
I was like, we're gonna hit it.
Now you're at 12.
Yeah,
right?
1,200. So and what's funny is that it's only because I just kept grinding, and when you're a type of a creative or some sort of artist or even any person in a different field, if you constantly put in that background work, don't really focus on the front work. This is front work. Posting a photo, that's what people see, but not the whole hitting up people, constantly checking on them, seeing if we scheduling stuff like that, working with your schedule for shooting with your actual day job, because at the end of the day, my day job still helps me pay for this. Now it's coming to a point where now I made the announcement that August 1st my pricings are increasing, because my friends that are photographers, they're like, bro, you're not getting paid your work. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, you're worth so much more. Like, he's like, your video work, it looks like H&M ads. Your photography looks like they belong in a magazine. He's like, you might as well charge what you're worth. Figure out what you're worth. So I've been working on that.
It's so hard to.
It's hard. It's very hard.
You don't want to be disrespectful.
You don't want to be disrespectful. You don't want to take advantage, and at the same time, you want to make something that's you gotta eat. I got bills too, and I just bought a new car, so I gotta pay that.
Also, it's credentials, dog. Like, we've talked about this on the show. Like, the first episode is like when you just started, before you officiated your business. Like, you did so much work for free. You paid your dues tenfold, dog, and you still do some of that. So it's just like,
there are times where I'll randomly give out shoots. Yeah. Like just the not too long ago, I had the free photo the contest. I had the contest, and top 3 winners. First place gets a free photo shoot. Second and third gets Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Yeah.
This is me connecting with people, giving back,
establishing a community.
Yeah,
you paid your dues. Don't feel guilty about it. And obviously, you're not the type of dude that's gonna like hike up the price like crazy. But just like your business, you have a body of work. That's what I mean by credentials. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got portfolio.
You have a success record, and so you can show customers what they're getting into.
Yeah, and it reminds me, like, you guys ever see Weirdo by Donald Glover?
Yeah,
the stand up. He talks about how this is when he was just leaving Community. And he was like, well, every time I act, always got to prove myself. He's like, you're always, as a creative, you're always in a position where you have to prove yourself.
Right.
Because the thing is, people are like, oh, I can shoot with this guy. And I was like, yeah, obviously you can shoot with this guy. Everybody knows him, It's like, oh, I can hire Peter McKinnon. Obviously, it's Peter McKinnon. But I got to prove myself why I'm just as good as Peter McKinnon, if not better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So it's always, I'm in a place where I'm confident enough to prove myself, but not at the extent where I was a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm now at a point where people vouch for me in a point where I've had people like, oh, so and so refer me to you, like that juice bar that I work with. I literally didn't have to pitch myself. She brought in two business owners, sat him down. It's like, this is Jeremy. He's been doing my work. I've noticed you wanted to hire him. Let me tell you about him and his work and his work ethic and stuff. Like, I didn't have to say a thing, and they were like, when can you start?
Nice.
That's it, man.
Nice.
That's how you know the pieces are moving, man.
How many cameras are you using right now? Is it just a Sony? Or?
I have the Canon as a backup just in case if something happens with the Sony, but so far it's just the jumping from the T6 to like, you know, the A7. It's like this. It's kind of like, you know, you know how like you're walking. Mm-hmm. And then you go in the airport and you got those sliding thing. It's
people
like
movers.
It's those people movers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're walking at your own pace and then you jump onto something that you're not used to. Especially that big jump. You're just like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah,
okay, we're doing this.
Happening.
But I remember like for the first week, I was like, this thing's like a spaceship. What the heck am I doing with this thing?
Right.
I was like, I dropped. The cameras were $2,000, but I got a deal on
that's wild.
I got a deal on B&H.com. Got it used for $800.
It's the same feeling when you hold a baby. Like every time someone gives me a baby to hold.
Did it come with the strap? Did it have the strap on it? So
no, it did come with the strap, but I don't use a camera strap like a neck strap. I use a wrist strap. Okay. So it just locks onto one side.
Just drop it.
I can drop it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm at angles, and like I'll pull like that in different angles. Like when you have the strap, you're restricted.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'll
like
use
some
the wrist strap.
Parker type stuff.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. That's outdated. You gotta have
like I remember my friend, she had a bunch of stuff. I was like, oh, let me help you. So I dropped my camera, and she was like, oh my goodness. I was like, dude, relax.
Yo, I'm Spider-Man. Don't you know?
Like,
like
dude,
the web right
call me
there.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, dude. One thing that like got me hype was that because Moment, they started like the travel company. They said to hit up like put a picture in, whatever, tag us, whatever. And I sent them the one of myself drinking the beer in Germany.
Nice.
And they were like, yo, this is a sick pic. And I was like, fuck yeah, man.
Was this on Instagram or?
Yeah.
See, the thing is though, I'm a little I kind of like step back when it comes to comments on my photos. Like I'll have my friends comment, which is fine. I get that if it's real and genuine. But like I'll have random people hit me up. Like when I post a photo, you have your hashtags and your tags and stuff like that.
Yes.
Especially when you're creative. Immediately following, you have the likes, and then you'll have the immediate comments. Those immediate comments are bots, literally, account bots where
they're like,
they'll
great profile. You should check out mine.
Yeah, or like awesome pic, or they'll put a heart emoji. I'm just like, all right, this
Robot,
is. I'll filter out the robots until like I'll see genuine stuff, like genuine people commenting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just love that pic.
That one was a dope pic.
Yeah,
there was a dope pic. There was also the one you were doing the you were.
Yeah, I was impressed.
You were like crouching and posed on the ground.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was turned,
bro.
I was turned.
You posted. What's funny? I was at work. You posted that immediately. A second later, I liked it.
Yeah,
and I was like, I commented. I was like, icon living.
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
that had me gassed, bro. I was turned on that.
I gotta see
oh my goodness.
I was turned on that one.
Yeah, show him the photo with
yeah,
you.
I
gassed you up on that.
I was crouched we were in the U-Bahn.
I remember the picture.
And I was just crouched down.
I just want to see your face to confirm.
Yeah, it's funny. I had two pictures. One of them, my eyes are literally like this. And the other one was the one I posted where I was like a little more decent to post. But it's funny you said that because I remember when you said that, dude, I was gassed off that. I was like,
icon living. Because like the thing is, like that morning I was just listening to that single Icon.
Oh, who's it by?
Jaden Smith.
His new album, bro.
Sire.
Fire.
So good.
And the remix he just did.
I saw the video he shot in Tokyo, and I was like,
dude,
bro, I would do the same thing, bro.
That one right there, bro. I was like,
that.
Icon living.
Look, that's a saucy one, dude. This was right before it.
Sauce, bro, my man sauce out the bottle.
Sauce, man. Extra sauce. What were you saying, though?
No, but like his new stuff is really good. Like this new album, Sire.
Ghost, his new single.
Ghost is really good. Man. But you know what's funny? I love wearing tour gear stuff. So I got two of the Justin Bieber ones, the Stadium Purpose hoodie, and then
that Purpose hoodie's so fire.
The Purpose hoodie's fire. The new
with
Stadium one,
down.
Yeah. And then I really want to get the new Sire hoodie. It's called A Beautiful Confusion. And it's like, bro, oh my god.
I saw the one that it says like Sire, and in the middle is died. And it says just.
Bro,
so it's like you read it as Sire.
I was trying to I was trying to get the Kids See Ghost hoodie, and it was on Kanye's website, and it was $85. It sold out in a week. And then I found it on eBay for $150.
I tried getting it that day, and my phone wasn't working.
It sucks, bro.
Because that hoodie was with the pink,
lit.
And then on the front where you can get. Oh,
there's a company that remakes it, and I'm considering just buying a bootleg
for $150.
Nah, the bootleg is $40, but you can get the real Johns on.
So
YouTube
this is off his
for
website.
$150.
Look, check out his Sire hoodie.
That's pretty dope.
That's fire.
That's this. Okay, that's one of them. Oh, it doesn't have the other one that was on there.
There was
so sick.
The style now is stuff on the sleeves. I know it's not like an old
the
man,
writing on
but,
the sleeves,
that's the style.
That is the thing now.
That's
that's
the
thing.
thing.
I think there was also like simple text right here. Like Kanye did it, Bieber did it, Jaden's.
You know what I like? I like oversized hoodies that have very small. It's like very tiny, just right there.
Yeah,
it's
like I got this
like golf. That seems like a Tyler the Creator.
That's
type
a Tyler Creator. So I got this hoodie from H&M. It's kind of like a beige, kind of looks like that chair, that color.
Okay.
Beige. On the sides it says New York, and then right here, kind of like in the Yeezus type font, it says Stay Noisy.
Okay. So
but it was like this big. It's not that big, but it's
one of my favorite sweaters I have that I've never worn because I just don't see a time I could wear it is the ASAP Mob sweater. So it says like ASAP all right here, and then on the front it's just so much chaos going on, and I'm like, and it's black, and I'm like, I can never wear this.
You can only wear that out, and that's my dilemma.
Yeah.
I love buying stuff that like I look like Will Smith in an episode of Fresh Prince, where it's just like insane, but like,
insane.
I can't wear it.
I can't wear it.
But I love it, so I have to buy it.
Dude, it's just on a hanger in my closet. I've never worn it.
I try and work it into
the Bieber stuff I've only worn when I go out. Like,
yeah.
But like now, it's just like I have not worn it. I have not worn it at all.
Same thing with shoes. Like I buy shoes that are
dude,
just
those Sonic
crazy.
shoes you got.
Bro,
Can't believe you finally got
freaking, that. It was the hardest thing ever.
You
man.
were so heartbroken that day. I talked to you that day, and you were like, "Bro, I don't want to."
The
deal with
Instagram
life.
story was amazing.
Let me tell you the tale. I'll tell it as briefly as I possibly can. So, for 3 months, this is corny. I'm a huge Sonic fan, so I check on Sonic Stadium like every week. You know what I'm saying? See like new games and stuff like that, bro. Shoot me, whatever. So I go on one time, and I see that these Sonic shoes are coming out. So I'm like, dope. Waiting for a release date. Puma says that's gonna come out June 6th. So I'm hyped. I put the alarm in my phone. I'm like, that's it, bro. 10 a.m. June 6th. It's gonna be there. Blah 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 blah. So I'm going through the motions. June 6th comes around. The shoes don't drop. So I check Sonic Stadium. 6 more days. June 12th. I'm like, dope. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my brother on the beach. I was like, I'm about to buy these shoes, man.
Beautiful.
He was like, let me see them shoes. Show him a picture of the shoes. Shoes are tough. You know what I'm saying? I saved a picture of the shoes, and like I would look at them every now and then. I went on Reddit. I went in the Sonic Reddit, and I was like, is anyone else buying the shoes? I was all about it.
Yeah.
Set the alarm, right? 10 o'clock. I set it for 9:30 because I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
So I'm in the editing studio with my boss at work. It's 10 o'clock. I'm at work, right? And I'm editing this piece or whatever. And I let my boss know. I was like, look, not my boss, my producer. I let her know. I'm like, hey, I know we're editing, but at 9:30 my phone's gonna go off. And I know it sounds funny, but I need to buy shoes. So I have this laptop. I'm gonna pull my laptop out and buy the shoes. She's like, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. So we're really deep into like editing and like the creativity is flowing and stuff like that.
Oh, you in a groove.
Wait.
Hold on. The alarm goes off, right? And I was like, oh, it's time to buy the shoes. I was like, but let me just finish this thing up.
Oh no, bro.
Dude. She goes, are you sure? I was like, yeah. Because I don't want to keep her waiting. Like, we were in the groove of it. It was one of those moments where it's like, oh, and add that. Beep, 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 beep. And it's like, I'll add it, and then I'll go on a site. So I add it. Go on a site. My producer's like, yeah, I'm going to take a walk around the building. I have to go to the bathroom or whatever. Just give me some time. Boom. Come on. Put on the laptop. I go into the Robotniks. Only size 7 is left, right? So I click size 7 and I try and change the size again, and then it shows everything else but size 13. I was like, okay, can't buy the Robotniks. Cool, I'm gonna buy the Sonics. Sold out. But this is the time that I logged on. I logged on at 10:01. It sold out in a minute, bro. In a minute. And you couldn't load your cart before 10 o'clock.
Crashing.
So they just did it in 1 minute. Right. So it's crashing, right? So the whole time I'm trying to get these shoes, my producer comes back. She's like, did you get them? I was like, nah, something must be wrong with the site. Let's go. So at the very end of the day, I go on Puma.com. Sold out. I check eBay. eBay is bumping, right?
Yeah.
That was the night that I had the podcast with you and Acuna.
Yeah.
All right. It was just us. So I'm down here waiting for you guys. I'm on the Puma website chat, right? So I go on the Puma website chat. I was like, welcome to Puma. How can we help you today? I was like, yeah, are you guys going to restock the Sonic shoes? And like, we're very sad to say that that's not going to happen. And I was like, well, your website malfunctioned this morning. I was like, you should honestly restock them because a lot of people have the same experience. I referenced like the Reddit post. Like, we're sorry. Like, nothing you
The
say or
customer
do.
service side of me is just like, sir, shut up.
Dude, that's what they were telling me. That's what they were telling me. And I don't blame them.
And they say in the nice way, they're like, listen, it ain't happening.
Listen,
That's what they're saying.
man,
They're just like,
I can't help you.
They're just like, again, we are very sorry to reiterate that like these shoes will not be in stock. I'm not proud of it, yo.
Yeah,
I went off on them,
Bro.
a little bit. I'm not proud of it. I said, yo. I
You
said, I don't know who you are or what kind of authority you have, like, but check eBay right now and look at how many scalpers there are. I was like, they're making mint off you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are clowns not to restock this. I was
Yeah.
like, you need to restock this. Like, and they were just like, is that all we can help you with? I was so salty. I was so salty. I was channeling all the salt, and I'm never like that. I'm never like
Bro.
that.
Never
I'm
seen you like
I'm
that.
not proud that I did that. Yo, I'm not proud that I did that. But bro, you gotta understand, I was waiting since May. Since May. So then the eBay battle began, dog. I was just like, I'm gonna have to go to the eBay sharks.
So how much more did you have to pay for them than they would have been if you got them on Puma?
Not much, man. I was good because I hunted around a little bit.
Yeah, a little
See, like,
So-
I'm pretty sure, like, with Drew, when it comes to Sonic, he's just like, it's just Sonic or nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic was
Sonic
his
or die.
Sonic was his first love.
Bro. Listen,
That was his first love.
Sonic 3 is like one of those video
Dude,
games that can't.
and it's like, for me, it was Naruto.
yeah.
So like, I feel like if a
And
company,
Gundam.
if
I have a headband in my room.
dude, if like this, wait, original? Or do you have the
Crossed out,
crossed
bro.
out? Yes,
bro.
You gotta have you gotta have it crossed out. But like,
Come on, man.
I feel like if there was a company that collabed with what was the company that owns Naruto? I forget.
Viz Media.
Shonen Jump.
Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
If they collab with Shonen and they do like they did, like Puma did it with Sonic for Sega, like if they did that, like Nike or Adidas,
Well,
bro.
you know what's coming.
I dropped 3 on them.
You know what's coming in September, right?
Oh, they did the shoes for the Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Adidas.
Yeah.
Every month they go through another
Yeah, I'm
arc.
alright.
I think
and there's gonna
n-
be- you're all right.
It would
Alright.
be.
What?
I don't know, bro. I saw the Frieza ones. I was like,
The Frieza ones are booty. I'm getting the cells.
The
I'm
cells?
getting the Super Shenrons and the regular Shenrons.
the Super Shenron stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
my G, listen, if
Like,
Nike put out,
Naruto.
You're not Adidas, bro. You play soccer.
and that's funny because I wear Adidas for soccer.
See, the
too.
thing is, I like Adidas shoes, but I feel like the collaborative effort with Nike is better sometimes.
that's a killer.
Yeah.
I like
Right
Nike's products better. I'll
'Cause the
give you
thing is,
that.
I mean,
Mm.
Adidas is there, but Nike's just about there. But I mean, it's back and forth sometimes because after the collab with Yeezy, the first time with Adidas, it was like up here, but now it's just like, it's Yeezy.
It's just what's the word
'Cause,
that
like,
we're looking for? It's just
Oversaturated.
oversaturated.
Because the thing is, I
don't think they're
if I
nice.
miss a shoe on when Adidas releases a new Yeezy and I miss it, I can just go into
You
like,
have Yeezys?
no, my friend, he was this close to convincing me because I logged into Adidas site like a month ago when they dropped the new Yeezys,
Mhm, so
and
did
he
I.
bought it for like $250,
It's not bad
and it was a decent one. And I was like,
for Yeezy. it's
I
not
was
bad.
like, I was just about to hit enter in the site and log in. I was like, why the frick would I pay $200 for shoes? Literally, that was my mentality. I was like,
Especially- yeah, but the thing is, these are Roshi runs.
oh yeah, I got
These
it.
are
that-
bite
I
off
was
on
like,
Nike Roshis.
I was like, I love Kanye, but I don't love Kanye like Kanye loves Kanye.
Right. I got you.
But
bro, I remember when the tan ones dropped. That's the only one that had me like hype beasting. The tan Yeezys.
Yeah.
The first Yeezys. I was like, yo,
The first
these are
one.
fucking flames, right?
Yeah.
I waited online for 2 hours trying to get them. Bro, they were at retail 400 and I was like, I
Dude,
got that.
I love
I got that.
dude. My favorite,
Yeah.
honestly,
And I was like, I was in line. I'm at checkout. It says, blah, 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 you can get it. I was like, what the am I doing?
What am I
said,
doing? Yeah.
It's at 400?
the heck
What's
am I
changed
doing?
about me is I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna die. My life is finite.
And we also have facts. And we also have like more money now, so I can make these extravagant
See, the thing is-
prices.
Right.
What's funny is that was like probably like not too long ago, but I was like, why would I pay $200 for shoes? Like I got
And
the
what'd you buy right after? You bought something else, didn't you? That was more money.
well, yeah, the camera, but that
Oh,
brings,
that was right
that
after.
that has an ROI to it.
Right.
What does Yeezy do? What Kanye will not pay me for paying him,
My man's been listening to Gary Vee, dog.
bro. For real.
Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah. But like no,
From
but like
ROI.
But like, no, I feel like if there was for something that I really loved,
Yeah.
like Naruto, if they had some sort of collaborative effort with a clothing company, like a legitimate one,
You didn't see the Supreme jacket?
That's
I
coming.
would,
They did Uniqlo.
They
Dude.
did a Naruto Supreme line.
dude,
And Japan, dude.
But like,
Did you know
dude.
Uniqlo has been making Naruto shirts like the past month? Bro?
yeah, but like I want something like Uniqlo is Uniqlo, but like shoes though.
I got you.
Like
yeah, I got
shoes.
you, man.
But
Yeah.
like, you know what's funny? It's just like, I really like for Kanye, I'll give it to him. I really like the zebras.
You like those? The 450s?
I like those too, man. I
Yeah.
love
I'm
those.
hit and miss with them. Jeff has them. Jeff Olson,
See
he has them.
if I had the chance, I might buy those.
They look,
I at least
you know
want
what's
one
funny?
pair of Yeezys.
They look better in pictures than they do actually in real
Really?
life. Because he's worn them, I think, maybe
They're kind of
twice.
yellowish, right?
No, he has the black and white ones. Not
The-
the.
I like the black and orange ones.
Mhm.
Those are pretty nice. But going back to like now that we have more money, we spend like things on our scrapping things.
Yeah, spent
I don't-
$600
I don't-
for the Switch.
I don't mind spending money now because I just got a car. You know, just Media House is making me money now. My full-time job is
Right,
great.
bro.
It's a salary-paying job.
Rolling.
You know, I'm rolling.
Mhm.
I'm single. I live in an apartment, so
Right.
you know, payments are minimum.
He's got that zero allowance.
Yeah.
Tax.
But like, what's funny is, remember I texted you that photo of the Versace necklace.
This man was about to buy a chain.
I was
bro.
about to buy a chain.
read that name on the side of these glasses. What does that say?
M.O.
The name.
Not made in China, bro.
My man's wearing Versace.
Exactly.
sheets.
Yeah.
See, like Versace
I
makes
feel 'em.
shades, but like
I feel 'em.
I saw a chain because like I was thinking of buying a chain for myself because like that's the thing in down Texas, especially in the Mexican culture. You know, as a guy, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta get yourself a chain. Like
Chain, yeah.
here in Philly, it's the shoes,
Right.
but down
Ooh,
there,
I never realized
it's
that.
the chain.
Especially
chain,
So,
Europe,
bro.
and especially in the Mexican culture, so I was like, my boy was like, bro, get a chain because he got this nice chain his mom gave him for his graduation present. He just
Is it
graduated.
Jesus piece?
No, it's a coin, a pendant with a medallion with his initials on it, and it's
Wow,
diamond.
That's nice.
It's diamond studded. I was thinking of Jesus piece, but I saw this Medusa pendant, this Medusa medallion on Versace.com, bro, straight from Europe. You can
How
get it from
much?
Italy. I'm saying about 1,500.
Did
Fifth-
you pay for it?
50. No, Drew. I think Jake stopped me.
Yeah,
Jake-
he
Jake
posted it in our group, yeah, and he was just
J-
like, "Dog, what you guys think about this chain?"
What
I
did
didn't
he?
even get back to him. But
What did
just
he
like,
say? You know what he said?
Hey, read that conversation.
He
'cause it's probably
said-
really funny.
He says always something wrong.
I asked him, I was like, "Dog, like, how's your neighborhood, man? Like, you know, because I'm always thinking that kind of level. Like, what if somebody sees my chain?"
He was like, I was like,
Facts.
"Yeah."
he's like,
That's
what do you
real.
think? Y'all think I'm crazy if I buy a chain, a Versace chain? He's like, rock out with your cock out. It's free. He's like, and then Drew goes, do you live in a bad neighborhood? Nah, it's Gucci here. It's not North Philly.
Yeah, facts.
But no, I saw that, and dude, because the thing is, I talked to my sister because she's actually a certified jeweler from Zales. So she was like, are you doing this just for a fashion statement, or are you doing this as an investment? I was like, that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion statement. She's like, you're an idiot.
But bro, when are you ever gonna buy something that's an investment, man?
Yeah, but the thing is, she said if it's legitimate gold, which it is, you know, gold has its value, holds its value,
Okay.
you know, just in case in the future you want to sell it off in type of emergency situation. So she's like, if you're gonna get wear for a fashion statement, you might as well get something like probably like $100, maybe $150, $200, like from a Versace or any other, you know, credible, you know, jeweler or brand, and you know, just wear it. He said, but if you're gonna do something like that, just spend what $1,200, $1,500 on a chain, gold
Yeah.
chain. She's like, I get the name Versace kills,
Mhm.
and she saw the picture. She's like, it's beautiful. I get it, but if it's not an investment, don't do it. And she,
Bro, that's
dude,
what my mom said when I bought
she's
these
she's a
glasses.
certified
she's
jeweler.
Like, what's wrong with like Ray-Bans Ocus? I said, Ma, I'm getting these Versace.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can say that you have Versace vision, and it
Yeah.
just rolls right off the tongue.
I
Yeah.
said I got Medusa's eyes.
Oh
I
my
got Medusa's
goodness,
eyes. You know what I mean?
bro,
Bro,
No, no, I mean-
bars.
Bars.
You know what I mean? I got Medusa's eyes right now.
I like that.
that's
yo.
bars right
I
there.
got Medusa's eyes. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like I want to dress nice. I usually don't though. Man.
See, that's the thing. Like remember when we were in high school, we were just like, oh, when we go to college and graduate, get these awesome jobs. You know, we're gonna get whatever we want.
Yeah.
Now that you know, I'm 25. You guys are 23, 24.
I turned 25 September.
September.
Almost
Nice.
forgot my own birthday.
I'm gonna be 26 in October, which is wild.
Man, dog.
We'll be in LA together on my birthday weekend.
Yeah, dude. We're
we
gonna turn
we're
up, bro.
26, almost at 30. Go God.
No, you're not 26 of the business, bro. 4 years
anyway,
away.
but like, what's crazy is now that we're older, we're just like, do I want to eat out or should I make something and save some money? We're just at that point where it's just like, yeah, we can afford these nice things, but we're not stupid like we were in high school. We're not,
I bought a pound of salmon. Let that rock for almost like 2 weeks.
Bro, let me tell you something.
I at the launch just
I saved this dude hundreds of dollars. Crockpot.
Jay changed my life, man.
Bro, with the crockpot.
He sent me this YouTube video. Yeah, so like that's
slow
really,
cooker is.
Dude, because I meal prep sometimes.
That's how I make.
I meal prep sometimes, some weeks, and I remember like this one time I was just really meal prepping, and I was FaceTiming him and the guys, and we talked about, we were just catching up, and I was like, Drew, you got to get on this crock pot thing. I was like, he's like, what do you mean? I was like, bro, I just cooked a whole week's worth of meals in a crock pot.
Yep.
And ever since then, Drew's been doing it.
Yeah,
crock pot changed your life.
It honestly has changed my life.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I know you're about to plug it. The coolest thing about it, though, is that the crock pot's $30, bro. And it just...
Easy money.
That's an ROI right there, man.
That is an ROI. Because like, the thing is, for those who are in college or out of college,
overnight.
You literally cook a bunch of chicken or meat or whatever, veggies, throw it in a crock pot for 8 hours, go about your day. You got fall off the bone. You got a beautiful meal for a week.
God.
A week.
I do it right when I'm about to go to sleep. I set for like 8 hours, 10 hours, wake up, boom.
Like what I'll do, Sunday morning, I'll wake up before I go to church. I'll prep everything, throw everything in the crock pot, turn it on low, 8 hours, get it on to my day. Sunday night rolls around. I got my Tupperware. Bro, Tupperware is like gold to us now.
Hell yeah, it is.
Tupperware.
Man.
Oh my goodness! I didn't. We didn't care when we had Tupperware when we go to school, and your mom would beat you because you left her Tupperware. Yep. Now I know why.
Yeah,
I will beat somebody if they lose my Tupperware.
Lesson learned here. I have my own Tupperware. I learned that you should never cook your food in the Tupperware.
Exactly.
Stains it.
Stains it
every time.
Warps it. Makes your food taste like plastic.
I haven't had a warp. I have had food taste like plastic, especially spaghetti. Every time. It's spaghetti.
Any type of pastas.
Yeah, it's always a pasta. It's annoying.
This is my meal every day, bro. I get the curry sauce that they put on Indian food.
Strong.
A ton of that.
Strong.
And I mix it with chicken.
Ooh.
I mix it with green beans.
Some chicken marsala you got going on?
No, just chicken, green beans. I hit it with a bunch of spices, dog, like pepper, oregano, all that, and then
hit it with the hot sauce.
Kimchi.
Kimchi.
What's that?
Kimchi is fermented Chinese cabbage.
Wow.
That stuff is really good for you, but it adds that kick.
Let me tell you what I've been eating this past week, right? So like I said, I got that pound of salmon. Cutting that up every day this week. Pink Himalayan salmon with pink Himalayan salt.
You gotta
get him with pink Himalayan salt. Do I need to do this too now?
Dude, listen, fish is the best thing to have.
It's a lean meat,
lean,
and it makes you feel good.
When I do the crock pots, I always do this.
Sriracha right on top.
I'll have 3 things cooking. Well, when the chicken is cooking after 8 hours, once it's the last hour of it cooking, I'll start boiling brown rice, a pot of brown rice. And then on a wok or a skillet, I'll have vegetables sauteed with olive oil. So while that last hour is going, I'll
extra virgin or just...
Oh, you got to have an extra virgin, bro.
Okay.
You know? Got to be an extra virgin.
Always. I fell off the brown rice for a little bit because when you eat it so much, it's like I'm getting. But
I'll throw up some sauce sometimes, like some soy sauce or like some apricot sauce or maybe like any type of like a vinaigrette or something like that.
Something that just changes the flavor.
It's like add like ding, like
something pop to
it. Like a ding, like a little bit of that. Something that changes up a bit. But I'll have like shredded chicken with like all these spices and everything, so juicy and tender.
That's
shredded
what chicken in the video too. Yeah. It's like just hit it with spice.
Hit it with the spice. Yeah. And then like I'll have the mixed vegetables sautéed, and then the brown rice. Sometimes with the sauce, sometimes without the sauce. But I'll have that, dude. And you'll change your life if you get a crock pot. But it saves you a ton of money.
Yeah, man.
A lot. It saves you a lot.
A ton of money, like a lot of money.
That's cool. Yeah, man, we eating good. We living good. This is episode 34. Y'all got anything else you want to say before we close?
I'm trying to think anything that's coming up. What do we have coming up? Anything coming up?
We have a Let's Play coming up, so stay tuned for that. Andrewcast Let's Play. Bang, that's coming soon. But
Drake comes out tonight. Comes out in an hour.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Real quick, though. He has a song in there called Final Fantasy. I swear to God, that shit better slap.
Dude.
Don't be playing with my emotions, Drake.
What if it started off and it was like
He's the goat.
That'd be wild, bro. But yeah, man, I think we gotta close it out. But you want to plug what's going on with Media House and just
what's going on.
Just Media House is doing really good. I'm going to start doing the option of now traveling because obviously coming to Philly, I got 6 shoots here. Texas, I'm always, I'm pretty much, trying to take over South Texas. LA, I'm going in October, but anybody in between, hit me up, let me know. I'm trying to fit some things to maybe Dallas or Austin. But I think what we should do, bro, the next time, I probably won't see you till October, to be honest, depending on my schedule. But in all honesty, I think we should have a LA podcast.
Dude, we're totally going to do that.
LA podcast, we're going to see Run the Jewels, which is freaking awesome. Can't wait for that. Killer Mike. Oh,
I'll be at the Adult Swim Festival, and so will Jay.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Jake's going to be there. Also, check out Roast House Coffee. If you guys know about that. That is actually this episode's sponsor.
Every episode's
sponsor. Roast House Coffee is down located in South Texas, down in Brownsville. Everything's all natural. My boy Zeke owns it. You go down to, if you're in Brownsville, check out Roast House Coffee. Everything's all natural. He roasts all his beans in-house. What's crazy is his dad owns a international trucking company, so he imports, exports stuff all the time, and he always gets the freshest beans from all around the world, bro. Anywhere, awesome. Virtually anything, in-house blends, in-house coffees, preservative-free, all natural, So, dude, honestly, don't worry about the Starbucks or the Dunkin' or the Wawa or the, McDonald's.
That shit trash B.
No, you gotta take it to the house.
If you want beans,
yeah,
Roast House knows what you mean.
Bars.
Go and get it. But Joseph Media House on Instagram, Joseph Media House on Twitter. Is the site still up?
Twitter, I'm not really active anymore. Honestly, I still have my website. So it's brand new. It's been redone and everything like that. I'm still working on it some more. But the best way to hit me up is on Joseph Medias on Instagram. Like, I'll respond more to Instagram DMs than my own text messages.
This guy's the king of the gram. He'll take your pictures for you. He'll make you look really good. So hit him up. This has been episode 34. See you next time.
Bis später.